Molweni More. I'm Gcinika Mpumza, a member of parliament serving in this particular committee.
Goeiemôre, ek is agbare lid Mpumza, ek is ook 'n lid van hierdie komitee.
Nake ndingugcinika yampumza olilungu lale committee.
Molweni, igama lami ndinguXolani Msimango. I'm also a member of this committee. Thank you.
Goeiemôre, ek is Kolani Msimang. En ek is ook 'n lid van hierdie portefeulje komitee vir die afbakeningsowerheid.
Hartlike goeiemôre aan die pragtige mense van Mtanjeni munisipaliteit. Ek is Gisela Opperman en ook 'n lid van hierdie portefeulje komitee.
Ndibhodiseke kubantu bamthonjeni municipal wasemthonjeni abantu abahle mna ke nguGiza Opperman okwalilungu lale committee.
Thank you very much. We will now, from the other side, we have got the Speaker of the municipality, Councillor Monica Kivedo. And because we don't know everybody here, we will not allow you to introduce them. You must welcome us. Can I ask you to come forward to welcome us?
Usomlomo ke wephondo ke kamasipala ubuye ke uzosamkela.
Die munisipale raadslid gaan nou 'n verwelkoming aan die rig.
Heita Pixley Heita. Heita Pixley Heita. Heita Mtanjeni Heita. Thank you very much, Program Director. Good morning to you all. My name is Monica Kivedo, and I'm the Speaker of Mtanjeni Municipality.
Ndibhodiseke kusihlalo ngumphathi walenqubo, ndibhodise nakubantu bonke basemthonjeni, mna ke ndingumama uKivedo ongusomlomo kamasipala wasemthonjeni.
Goeiemôre, ek is Kivedo, Monica Kivedo en ek is die raadslid vir hierdie munisipaliteit.
Let me take this opportunity to welcome each and everyone that is part of this very important session of today.
Mandithathe eli thuba lokwamkela wonke umuntu othe wazidina wazoba yinxalenye yale ndibano ebaluleke kangaka namhlanje.
Begin met die geleentheid om ons almal baie welkom te heet by hierdie baie belangrike publieke verhoor vandag. Dankie.
I want to welcome the Honorable Mayor, Councillor Nkumbi, in his absentia. Councillors, all the councillors that is part of the session. And I also want to welcome Mr. Kaza, Mr. Kanye, who is the Portfolio Committee. Also want to welcome Ms. Pretty, Ma'am Direko, Mr. Pumza, Mr. Kolani, and also Ma'am Opperman.
Ndibhodiseke qala kuso dolophu wethu engekho enjalo. Ndilapha ke ngokwamkela egameni lakhe usodolophu onke ke lamalungu eParliamente njengoko ndwabize nganye ngamagama.
Yeah, it is for us as Mtanjeni, it is an honor that the authority bill is come to Mtanjeni, especially to the R, to be addressed for, and also for each and every one that is part here today, so that all of us can know that when it comes to the determination of boundaries, of municipal boundaries, it's not for the sake of determining it. There is a lot of things that is legislation that must be done in accordance of the legislation.
Dit is veral vir my belangrik dat ons vandag vir almal hier verwelkom, agbare lede van die parlement, die gemeenskapslede en die raadslede wat hier vandag teenwoordig is, want dit is vir ons baie belangrik in hierdie munisipale area, veral by die area nou, dat u verstaan dat wanneer dit kom by afbakening, dit nie net is om af te baken nie. Daar is baie meer op die spel en ter sprake, al net te sê ons gaan nou hierdie area afbaken.
Ndibulele kakhulu elithuba sesalinikwa loba ke iparlamente ithe yazidina yakhetha umasipala waseMthanjeni ngokukodwa abantu base-DR ukuthi izawuthetha nabo ibafundise ukuthi xa kuqhutywa inkqubo zemithetho engakumbi nokwenza nocando lwemida akubalulekanga nje uba kuyacandwa nje. Into ebalulekileyo kukho into eziliqela ezichaphazela abahlali ekufanele zithathelwe ingqalelo izinto ezichatshazelekayo xa kusenziwa ke ucando lwemida.
Yes, and everything must be done in accordance with the Municipal Finance Management Act, also in accordance with the Municipal Systems Act. So there's a lot of acts that must be taken in consideration when we comes towards the authority bills. And there's also the demarcation, board that also sits when it comes to the determination of wards and the municipal boundaries.
Daar is verskeie wette wat belangrik is om in ag te neem wanneer dit kom by die afbakening van areas. Daar is munisipale wetgewing, finansiële wetgewing, alles wat in ag geneem moet word. Ook moet die munisipale afbakeningsraad in ag geneem word wanneer hierdie areas afgebaken en soos wat ons sê, delimited word.
Xa kumiswa imithetho ke nokwenza nocando lwemida, kunemithetho eliqela umasipala asebenza phantsi kwayo ekufanele ithathelwe ingqalelo, efana nomthetho olawulwa ukusetyenziswa kwemali ngumasipala, ofana nomthetho olawulwa iinkqubo zikamasipala, kunye nomthetho olawula ibhodi yocando lwemida. Zonke lo mithetho xa kumiselwa xa kuyilwa umthetho onokwenza ucando lwemida kufanele ithathelwe ingqalelo lo mithetho yonke.
And let me take the opportunity also to welcome the most important persons that are here today. And it's you, that all of you who are part of this event today. You are the most important persons, because if it was not for you, this event should not take place. So you are all welcome in Mthanjeni. Thank you very much.
Dan gaan we ook die geleentheid om laaste, maar definitief nie die minste nie, vir die mees belangrike persone van hierdie hele publieke verhoor vandag hier welkom te heet. En dit is u. Want as dit nie vir u is nie, dan gaan hierdie publieke verhoor nie gebeur nie, dit word nie gehou nie, dit is u insette wat vandag in hierdie munisipale area vir ons baie belangrik is. Daarmee verwelkom ons u graag.
Ndamkele ke ngoku abona abantu bangabona abantu babalulekileyo ke namhlanje kule ndibano, abo bantu ke nini bahlali bangaba beningekho ngesingekho apha, utsho ukuthi ngabona abantu babalulekileyo namhlanje ababangela ukuthi mayibe le ntlanganiso iyaqhubeka. Ngolo hlobo ke nzama ukuthi ndiyanamkela, ndinazise ukuthi nibaluleke kakhulu kubukho benu kule ntlanganiso.
Now that we have been welcomed, we would like to explain why we are here.
Nou dat ons almal verwelkom het, sal ek baie graag net wil verduidelik presies hoekom ons vandag hier is.
Njengoko ke sesamkelwe ke ngoku apha, ndifuna ke ungene emxholweni ukuthi sithethe ukuthi yintoni unobangela uba masibe lapha.
As you have already been informed, we are members of parliament.
Soos jy nou alreeds ingelig is, ons is agbare lede van die parlement.
Njengoko senazisiwe ke ukuba thina sihlela apha eqongeni phezulu apha singamalungu eParliament.
One of the functions of members of parliaments is to pass laws.
Een van die belangrike funksies van die lede en agbare lede van die parlement is om sekere wette deur te voer en te promulgeer.
Omnye imisebenzi ebalulekileyo eyenziwa yiParlamente kukuphumeza okanye ukupasisa imithetho.
The laws that govern you.
Dis nou die wette wat u rig en wat u moet regeer en lei.
Imithetho ke elawula nina.
So we are here to allow you people to make your inputs into a law or a proposed law that we are going to mention its name now.
So, dit is nou u geleentheid om u insette te lewer met hierdie voorgestelde wetsontwerp. Dit is nog nie 'n wet nie, dit is 'n voorgestelde wetsontwerp. So u insette is belangrik hier, want deel van die werk van ons as parlementslede is om wette te maak en deur te voer. So u insette by hierdie wetsontwerp is baie belangrik.
Unobangela ke sibe lapha ngenxa yomthetho oyelwayo esizele ukuba sizofumana izimvo zenu kuwo lo mthetho sizanichazela ukuba yintoni igama lomthetho kodwa ke lo mthetho sizabamba size kuni sifuna ingcebiso zenu kulo mthetho.
The name of the bill is called Independent Municipal Demarcation Authority Bill.
Die naam van hierdie voorgestelde wetsontwerp is die Wet op Onafhanklike Munisipale Afbakingsowerheid.
Igama ke lalomthetho ligama elithetha ngequmrhu elizimeleyo locandomida ngomasipala.
The bill was introduced to Parliament on the 15th of June 2022.
Die wet is na parlement gebring en voorgestel in die 15de Junie in 2022.
Lo mthetho ke uye wavezwa okanye wadakanywa iParlamente ngomhla we-15 kaJune ka-2022.
And it was then referred to this portfolio committee to process it.
En dit is toe verwys na hierdie spesifieke portefeulje komitee wat hier voor hier sit om te prosesseer.
Wathunyelwa ke kule komiti nibona phambi kwenu ukuba ke mayibe yiyo ke iqhubela phambili.
As part of processing it, we publicized this bill for written inputs last year.
As deel van hierdie proses is hierdie wet verlede jaar voorgelê in 'n geskrewe vorm sodat u insaag kan hê.
Kwinxalenye yokuqhubela phambili ke lo mthetho usebenza ngawo siye savulela iziphakamiso ezibhaliweyo ukuba abantu mabathumele iziphakamiso ezibhaliweyo.
Among critical stakeholders who were asked to make inputs was the National House of Traditional and Khoisan Leaders.
Een van die belangrike rolspelers, belanghebbende partye wat ook uitgenooi is om insette te lewer in hierdie voorgestelde wetsontwerp was die hoof van tradisionele leiers van die Khoi en die San.
Abanye ke babadlala indima ababalulekileyo ke abathe le committee yafaka isimemo kubo ilandlu yenkokheli zemveli kunye namakhoyisana.
We started with the public hearings in the Eastern Cape and we are now in the Northern Cape.
Ons het met hierdie spesifieke wetsontwerp se publieke hore begin in die provinsie die Oos-Kaap. Hierdie is die tweede provinsie waar ons die publieke verhore laat gebeur en dit is nou hier in die Noord-Kaap.
Siqalile ke ngale nkqubo phaya ke kwiphondo libizwa ngoba yiMpuma Koloni sisuka khona eli ke lelesibini iphondo size kulo.
Maybe let me read to you the critical objectives of the bill.
Dat ek asseblief nou vir u begin met die geleentheid om aan u die objektiewe, die doelwitte van hierdie, die belangrikste doelwitte van hierdie wetgewing aan u voor te lees.
Mandinifundele ke ezona njongo zingundoqo zalo mthetho uyilwayo.
The first objective is to provide for the establishment, functions and powers of the Independent Municipal Demarcation Authority.
Die eerste belangrike doelwit is om die funksies en die werksaamhede van hierdie onafhanklike munisipale afbakeringsraad te kan bepaal.
Oyoqala ke kukumiselwa ukusekwa kwequmrhu lolawulo locandelo imida elizimeleyo kunye nemisebenzi namagunya alo.
The second is to provide for the criteria and procedures for the determination and redetermination of municipal boundaries.
Die tweede belangrike doelwit van hierdie afbakeringsraad is dat die sekere grense en wat moet vasgestel word en wat moet verwyder word, die kriteria daarvolgens moet hiervolgens gebeur volgens hierdie wetgewing.
Okwesibini ke injongo yeyokuba kubonelelwe ukuthi ucandomida zeziphina inkqubo ekanye imfuno ekufanele zithathele ingqalelo xa kuthathwa isigqibo ngocandolo imida.
The third is to provide for the delimitation of wards, to provide for the delimitation of wards.
Die derde een is om voorsiening te maak vir die herafbakening of die afbakening van wyke, spesifieke wyke.
Kwakhona okwesibini ke ukuzama ukususa imigomo elawula ukusekwa kweward.
The fourth is to provide for the establishment of the Demarcation Appeals Authority.
Die vierde een is om voorsiening te maak vir 'n appelproses binne die afbakeningswetgewing.
Oyesine ke kukumiselwa ukusekwa kwequmrhu lezibheno kucandelo lwemida.
The last is to provide for municipal capacity assessments.
Die laaste belangrike doelwit handel oor munisipale kapasiteitsbepaling deur hierdie wetgewing.
Ugqibela ke kukuhlolwa ke kukuhlolwa ke kwamandla okanye kwezakhono zikamasipala.
What is critical in the bill, we have gone to other areas and we noted that people come to the meeting, but they don't talk about the bill. They talk generally.
Wat ons wel waargeneem het in die vorige provinsie en die ander areas binne hierdie provinsie waar ons reeds hierdie wetsontwerp bespreek het en vir u gevra het vir insette, het ons agtergekom dat u oor die algemeen met ons kom praat oor probleme en nie net spesifiek oor hierdie wetgewing wat voor u is nie.
Into siyiqapheleke kwindawo esiyesaya kuzo, uninzi labantu abathethi ngawo lo mthetho uyilwa isize ngawo. Bathetha ngazo zonke inye ingxaki abajongene nazo umhla nezolo, bengakange bathethe ke ngawo umthetho lo.
We would like to guide the meeting by saying, first, let's focus on the establishment of the Independent Municipal Demarcation Authority.
Ek wil graag vra dat ons hierdie publieke verhoor rig en te vra dat ons kan fokus en ons fokus kan hou op die munisipale afbakingsowerheid voorgestelde wetgewing.
Ukuzama ukukhokela ke le ntlanganiso ke ndiyanicela ndinibongoza ukuthi masiqale siqwalasele ukusekwa kwalogunyaziwo olawulo locandelo lemida.
Maybe critically, it's why do we call it independent authority?
Van kritieke belang is om te weet waarom ons dit nou juis die onafhanklike munisipale afbakingsowerheid noem.
Okokuqala masithi mhlambi kubalekile ukuba sigxininise uqwalasela ukuthi kutheni ukusithiwa ugunyaziwe ozimeleyo. Ibalekile ukuthi lonto siyibethele engqondweni zethu.
Instead of what was called independent, we were calling it demarcation board.
Luister mooi na die verskil. In steede van net om te sê die afbakeningsowerheid is hierdie die onafhanklike afbakingsowerheid.
Siyimamele kakuhle umehluko kwezinto ezimbini. Ekuqaleni ibibizwa njengebhodi yocandelo lwemida, kodwa ngoku kuthiwa ngozimeleyo ugunyaziwe.
We are taking that from the Constitution. This demarcation authority is actually taken from the Constitution, section 155.
Hierdie wat ons nou praat van onafhanklik, het ons net so oorgedra van die grondwet van Suid-Afrika. Afdeling 151 van die grondwet, dat het onafhanklik is, want het voorheen was dit nie onafhanklik nie.
Eli gama lithi ozimeleyo okanye ukuthi eliqumrhu mayibe liqumrhu elizimeleyo, loo nto siyithatha ke kumgaqo siseko welizwe. Phaa kwicandelo 155 lilo elisinika igunya loba ke sinako ukumisela ugunyaziwe ozimeleyo.
We want this authority to demarcate boundaries of municipalities, to delineate ward boundaries without any influence.
Ons wil baie graag hierdie wetgewing gebruik en afbakeningswet gebruik om te bepaal watter areas is belangrik en spesifiek te kyk na dienslewering in binne hierdie areas.
Sifuna ke lo gunyaziwe uzimeleyo awenze umsebenzi wakhe kakuhle ocando lwemida nokucima leyo sele ikhona imida kanye imida ekhoyo phakathi kwewadi. Lo gunyaziwe funa yenze lonto ngokuzimeleyo kungakange kubekho kutyhalwa ngasemva ngexhanti mhlambi noba kungurhulumente okanye nguye nabani na.
The board itself would be appointed by the president.
Die raad sal deur die president van Suid-Afrika aangewys word.
That is what is proposed, by the way. This is not law. It is being proposed that it must be appointed by the president, and after the minister has advertised who can be appointed into the board.
Dis belangrik om weer eens net vir u daarop te wys. Hierdie is nog nie 'n wet nie. Dis 'n voorgestelde wetsontwerp. Die minister sal eers geraadpleeg word na al u insette en daarna, indien dit voortgaan, sal die president die verantwoordelike persoon wees om die raad aan te stel.
Sikhumbule ukuthi le bhodi ke ngokungcebiso ezilapha kulomthetho yilwa yisezingcebiso akukabi sosigqibo. Izithi ke ingcebiso umphathiswa funeke achonge abantu abanelungelo loba bangalunga kuba ngamalungu ebhodi aze awube yenzile lonto abo bantu kanye lo magama ayewuthwa thaca phambi komongameli ibe ngumongameli ke ngokuchonga ukuthi ngulona nalona nalona amababe kule bhodi.
One last point to indicate the independence of the authority would be that a selection panel would be appointed to look at the names of people who have applied to be members of the board.
'n Laaste belangrike punt om te noem is dat daar 'n verkose paneel sal aangewys word om hierdie name wat aangestel gaan word, wat die moontlike raad gaan word, deeglik deur te gaan en seker te maak dat hierdie persone wel bevoeg is.
Enye into ebalulekileyo emasiyichaze yile kuzobakho igqiza elichongiweyo elizothi lona lihlalele uqwalasela amagama aba bantu bafake izicelo zokuba ngamalungu ebhodi. Umuntu ngamnye funeke bemhlamahlongwane bakhangele ubunyulu bakhe uba kulungele bangalunga na angachongela uba sebhodini na igama ngalinye la muntu othe wafaka isicelo.
It is suggested that the board must be chaired by a judge.
Daar is voorgestel dat hierdie raad wat aangestel moet word deur 'n regter ook verkose sal wees.
That is,
Kakhona kucetyiswa ukuthi ke le bhodi kufune usihlalo wayo abe yijaji.
I just wanted us to get that sense. That would be how this becomes an independent authority.
Dit was my belangrik om die agtergrond vir u te gee van hoe hierdie wet dan 'n onafhanklike raad sal aanstel.
Oko kucacisa ukuthi ke le bhodi kutshiwo njani na ukuthi yibhodi kanye ligunyaziwe ozimeleyo.
Now, the board itself is going to take charge of the demarcation of municipal boundaries.
So hierdie onafhanklike raad gaan dan die leiding neem en beheer wees van die afbakening van verskillende munisipale wyke en areas.
Lo gunyaziwe ke uzimeleyo izoba luxanduva lakhe uqwalasela ke ucando lwemida kwimida yomasipala
And wards.
kunye neward.
En hoe? Wyke, watter wyke en areas?
In fact, why do we want to emphasize this point of delimitation of municipal boundaries and wards? Is because we have experienced many problems that I am sure you are going to share with us related to demarcation of municipalities and wards.
Dis vir ons belangrik dat ons met hierdie insette van kry oor hierdie spesifieke afbakening van wyke en munisipale areas. Want ons het baie probleme in die verlede ervaar met hierdie afbakening, soos wat ek baie seker is u gaan vandag met ons deel.
Okunye kubalulekileyo ke apha kulawulo locando lemida kufumanisa ukuthi ke kwiiwadi ezikhoyo imida yewadi fumanisa ukuthi xa umuntu ekwiwadi ethile kukho into ezimthintelayo angenoyozenza kwenye iwadi. Le bhodi ke izawucima ke loo miqobo ikhoyo phakathi kwimida yewadi.
Because of protests and court actions, we have now, the bill proposes that we must have an independent municipal appeals authority.
As gevolg van in die verlede, as gevolg van protes en voorgestelde hofaksie, hofgedinge, mense wat hof toe gegaan het, is daar nou voorgestel dat daar 'n appelproses en 'n appelraad aangestel word wat onafhanklik is met die deel wanneer ons gaan hierdie goed hanteer, hierdie verskillende afbakenings en areas van wyke en met die munisipale areas gaan hanteer.
Ngenxa yemigushuzo emininzi ethe yenzeka efana noqhankqalazo nokuvalwa kwendlela abahlali bekhalazela indlela imida ebabethe ngayo kwakho namatyala asuke ezinkundleni apho inkundla zayo kunyanzeleke makugwebe zona ngengxaki yabahlali abajongene nazo ngenxa yemida ekhoyo abajongene nayo phakathi kweward. Loo nto ke yabangela ukuthi ke makube kuziwa nalo mthetho ozuthi ke kulo mthetho osinika igunya loba makumiselwe ikomiti yezibheno apho umntwana xa nesikhalazo malunga nemida anokuthayo ufaka isibheno kuyo.
In other words, this bill is proposing that people must be listened to from the ground when you are delimiting wards or boundaries, municipal boundaries.
So wat ek wil net weer benadruk is dat belangrik is dat die publiekse insette is vir ons baie belangrik wanneer dit gaan kom by afbakening van munisipale areas en wyke.
Lo mthetho ke ucebisa ukuthi ilizwi labahlali libaluleke kakhulu uba malimanyelwe xa kuthethwa ngento zokususwa kwemiqobo kwimida abajongene nayo phakathi kweward. Kufuneke ziviwe izikhalazo zabahlali. Utsho lo mthetho size nawo.
My last point would be talking about municipal capacity assessments to make sure that when you draw boundaries of municipalities, it must be assessed whether they would have the necessary capacity to deliver services to the people.
Baie belangrike laaste punt wat ek wil maak is dat hierdie raad, hierdie wetsontwerp, voorgestelde wetsontwerp gaan ook vir die munisipale kapasiteitsbepaling belangrik wees om seker te maak dat indien daar afbakening of herafbakening van wyke en munisipale areas gebeur, dat daar ook 'n proses is van assessering om te kyk of hierdie munisipale areas wel die kapasiteit het vir behoorlike en effektiewe dienslewering.
Khona enye indawo ebalulekileyo yoba ke njengoko besithethe ke ngohlolo lwezakhono zikamasipala, loo nto ithetha ukuthi xa kuthe kwasikwa umda othile kathiwa kukho le ward, kufuneka kubekho uhlolo olwenziwayo ukuthi ingaba umasipala unazo na izakhono ezaneleyo zofezekisa imfuno zabantu abakule ward ithile bathe babekwa kuyo. Nale into funeka ihloliwe kungacanwa nje imida bashiwe abantu ungakange kukhangela ukuthi umasipala uzokwazi na ufezekisa imfuno zabo okanye inkonzo abazidingayo.
This is your day now. You are the ones who are going to speak to us. We are not going to respond to the issues that you would be raising, except where there must be clarity. Otherwise, you are the ones who are going to speak.
Nou dit is u dag vandag. Ek het nou klaar gepraat, dit is nou u beurt om u insette te lewer. Ek sal net praat wanneer dit nodig is vir my om duidelikheid te gee oor iets wat dalk onduidelik van die vloer afkom. Maar dit is u dag, oor na u insette is nou vir ons belangrik.
Olu ke lusuku lwenu namhlanje. Nini kufuneka bethethile, thina sile committee kufuneka sihleli phansi simamele. Kwizinto eniziphakamisayo asinyanzelekanga siphendule nanye into ngaphandleni kokuba mhlawumbe kukho indawo esihlalo ekabona ukuthi kunidinga ukuthi maniyicaciselwe ngayo ecaca ukuthi mhlawumbe nicacelwa ngayo iyaba yiseso sizathu kuphela eyawuthi ke usihlalo aphendule akanye bengathi uyaphendula kuyo.
Now, if it happens that there are people who may not be ready now to make oral submissions, would also allow those to make written submissions, and the deadline for that is the 29th of August.
Indien u nie gereed is of indien u nie gemaklik daar voel om 'n mondelinge voorlegging vandag te kom doen, is daar nog steeds vir u die geleentheid om 'n geskrewe inset te lewer. U kan ook skryf. En daardie sperdatum vir die indien van hierdie geskrewe insette van u, wanneer u iets wil skryf, is die 29ste Augustus van hierdie jaar.
Siqonda mhlamba abanye abantu bathi uthi bazoba mhlambe bengakakulungeli ba bangaze embokweni bathethe batsho ukuthi bacebisa ntoni na. Nalapho bangaba ukwazanga ukuba awukabekho ready for bangacebisa uthi na usenalo ithuba loba ke ingcebiso zakho ngazenza ngokubhalwe phansi. I-chance ke yokwenza yobhala phansi uyayinikwa de kuyobethwa umhla we-29 ka-August. Usho ukuthi lonke lixesha usela ngokuya kula 29 ka-August lithuba lakho loba ungabhala phansi ucebise okucinga ukucebisa xa uziqonda ukuthi awukulungelanga ubungaza apha embokweni.
Contact details would be given towards the end of the session.
Die kontakbesonderhede, e-posadresse ensovoorts waarna toe hierdie geskrewe insette van u gestuur kan word, sal na die einde van hierdie publieke verhoor aan u deurgegee word.
Iinkcukacha zoba ke iziphakamiso ezibhaliweyo zithunyelwa phi na njani na sizazinikezela xa sesiyiqukumbela le nkqubo.
Now let's come to the order for the day. This is how we are going to conduct our business.
So nou kom ons by die orde van die dag, hoe ons vandag hierdie publieke verhoor gaan hanteer en hoe die verrigtinge nou verder gaan gebeur.
Masinikane ke ngoku ingaqonkqubo esizolandela wona ngoku. Namhlanje sizawukwenza ke ngolu hlobo lulandelayo.
We will give you names in terms of numbers. Start 1, 2, up to 15. The chairs that are in the middle, they are meant for you. So I will just ask people to raise their hands. If you feel you want to come and speak, you are number 1, come forward. Any other hand, number 2, come forward.
15 mense op 'n slag aan die
Number
geleentheid
3.
kry om te praat. As jy hand op is, kry jy 'n nommer en
Number
kom sit
4
in die
at the back. Number 5. Number 6. We are going to 15. Any other hands? Number, the next number. The next one with the cap. You are the next one. Go to the back. Any other hand?
Sikhona esinye isandla somuntu ofuna uthetha.
Enige ander hande?
Oh, you can join. Yeah, you can stand. It's fine. Our request, the members are requesting that out of previous experience, those who are not given the opportunity to speak who are sitting, we don't want you to ululate or make noise. We must hear these people who said they want to speak. If you want to speak, you'll raise your hand, then I'll point you.
Ek wil u baie mooi vra dat wanneer u iets wil sê, u hand opsteek aan die einde van hierdie sessie en u kom sit en u spreek, 'n spreekbeurt neem. Moet asseblief nie terwyl die spreker sy 3 minute spreekbeurt het, 'n geraas maak op die vloer nie, dan gaan ons nie die spreker kan hoor nie. Asseblief.
Ingcebiso zezoba ke kubantu abahleli phansi abangakalinika ithuba lokuthetha siyacela torho abantu mabazole umuntu othethayo angaphazanyiswa incoko yenu singayiyizeli siqhwabe izandla okanye singqole umuntu makanika ithuba athethe xa umuntu enento ofuna uthetha uyayibonakalisa le nto uphakamisa isandla.
Each one is going to speak for 3 minutes.
Elke spreker kry presies 3 minute op sy spreekbeurt.
Umuntu ngamnye ke uyawusebenzisa imizwa emithathu ke uthetha.
Number 1.
Nommer 1.
Dabulela amhlekazi nifikelele ingathi livakale kamane Vincent Khayebon disuka enobo kwi Ward 6 ibill asiphikisane nayo inhle ibill into endibheka kwibill now do assess before you make a bill. How many crises there in municipalities? Yes, you are saying there's a bill. My question is, were already given the bills, but whatever. There is no action. I'm asking myself from hand. It's not about the demarcation, demolition, whatever. No. The question is, if the bill is there to support criminality in municipalities. That's the question I'm asking. Tendering for favorism, nepotism. Yes, we agree with the bill. It's good. But it's kind of no bill, my bengalenye, yo jongana, ukonga o masipala, o mayor, o council. Intle, inoba ibill mayibekwe, senibonile musiphambi. Nibonile konakala. Nkona, ngoku siqala ngoku uzabuya after 3 years kusonakala. I-process yokonakala ndisekangakanani uba izaba khona. Inkosi.
I am Vincent Khai from Ward 6, Hanover. I'll just repeat the part that has been said in Xhosa. We have already seen that there's a lot of damage that has happened previously. So now I propose that you must have a way of assessing the individuals in the council, starting from the mayor, the ward councillors, and everything, as you have already witnessed, that things are not in order. The way they are operating is not according to the legislation that is supposed to be guiding them. Thank you.
Number 2.
Goeiemorgen allemaal. Goeiemorgen allemaal. Ik weet, die tijd is een beetje kort wat ons krijgt. Ik had zo bij om te vragen. Je hebt net ook genoemd van, want we praten over die grenzen en die inzetten wat in onze wijken gebeurt. Die grenzen wat mij ontevreden laat stellen in die dorp is, in de Aar, week 4, is tussen municipaliteit en Transnet. Ons weet niet precies aan wat ze kant als de grens waar die sloot valt, als het municipaliteit of is het Transnet niet. Ons zit met het probleem in wijk 4. Mijn vraag is, dat is een kanaal wat loopt. Hij komt van boven af en hij eindigt onder bij die dijkweg. Dat kanaal schept een probleem voor onze gemeenschap en is een gevaar. Mijn vraag is, dat is ook mijn vraag, wie is verantwoordelijk voor dat kanaal wat zo vol rieten groeit en zo lang is en dit belemmert die toegang van ons wat moet dorp toe komen. Ons weet niet wanneer is ons veilig en wanneer is ons onveilig om daar weer te bewegen. Want ons weet, die is daar. Ons kan niemand vertrouwen nie. Van hoe kom die skel met buiten is losgelaten. Ik wil vanmorgen weten, dat kanaal moet schoongemaakt worden. Maar ons weet niet wie is verantwoordelijk om dit schoon te maken. En de andere ding is, die probleem wat is weer zit, tegen de municipaliteit. Mensen zitten met problemen, uiteindelijk zitten met een probleem in wijk 4, in mijn wijken. Met drainen, wat die hele straat nog tot nu toe vol loopt. Dat is niet oplossings niet. Ons heeft met meneer Pieter gepraat. Meneer Pieter praat, waar is municipaliteit zijn gereedschap? Hulle moest rotte in Hanover gedaan gisteren om ons probleem op te lossen in de Aar. Wat raakt van onze toerusting wat ons in de Aar heeft? Je meent de tijd, daar is begroot voor dit. Waartoe gaan die geld van onze intentie? Ons wil weten waartoe gaan die geld. Mijn probleem, mijn pleidooi is, dat kanaal is een gevaar voor onze gemeenschap. Ieders moet er iets gedaan worden. Of dan gaan ons als gemeenschap maar kijken wat kan ons maken op dat probleem. Baie dankie allen.
Good morning, members of parliament. My name is Geduld Piers, and I want to talk to you today about the borders of the specific municipal area in the Aar. I'm specifically talking about an area where a canal divides the municipality of the Aar towards the Transnet area. We are not sure which of the two is which. We cannot determine which side of the canal and exactly where does the municipality of the Aar, what is their jurisdiction versus that of Transnet. That poses a problem for us for the following reasons. The first one is that canal is very dirty and overgrown with reeds, etc. So it is a problem for us. Who's supposed to be cleaning that canal? Nobody can give us a solution. So I am from Ward 4, and we have to go through that canal to get to town and different places. At the current moment, that canal is overgrown, it is not safe, and it should be and must be cleaned. But as I said, it poses a problem because we do not know to which jurisdiction does this belong to, the municipality or either then Transnet. And then also I want to know, where does the money go for the people who are supposed to clean this? Whoever is supposed to clean it are supposed to be receiving some funds to be able to do this, and at the current state that's not happening. We have asked for solutions, none is coming forward, and also I want to state that the spillage drains are blocked and we have got rats in it. Where's the equipment and stuff to clean this? It's a terrible situation. That's what I'm pleading for today. Thank you very much.
Number 3.
Igama lami August Batwali wase Hanover Ward 6. Ndifuna ungenela kule nto yemigayo masipala. Because umasipala zitowns zintathu, iBrixtown, iHanover. But kulo masipala eyona dolophu ephuhlayo le lapha eDiara ine ward ezi6. Thina iward 7 ward 6 asibonakali kumasipala apha eHanover. Because yonke into yenzeka apha eDiara. Ba ku ward 7 ward 6 akho nto yenzekalayo. Because umasipala ngoyena uno xa kwenzeka into kwi ward 6 funeka yenzeke napha ku ward 7 ingenzeki into apha kuma eDiara qha. Because sinazo bakhona investors sina umhlaba apha eHanover nathi siyafuna uphuhla njengeDiara. Enkosi.
My name is August Matwane from Ward 6, Hanover. My problem is with the municipal boundaries. We at Ward 6, in fact, our municipality is consisting of 3 towns. That is Brixtown, Hanover, and DR. And yet we at Ward 6 and Ward 7, there are no economic activities that are taking place there. And yet we do wish that there should be investors in our town. All the economic activities take place in DR, and yet we really feel that we've been neglected. We who are at Ward 6 and Ward 7. So that's all that I want to plead with. Thank you.
Number 4.
Mandibulise, greetings to all. Mna ndinguThozamile Moyi apha eDiara ku Ward 3. Eyona nto endifuna ukuyizisa ikakhulu, le bill ibe nokwazi ukusinceda ikakhulu kubavoti. Xa kuthe kwabiwa, lombo ungabiyo into uba yingxaki. Umzekelo, apha eDiara abantu basuka from Ward 1 ukuyotsho ku Ward 8 bovota kwi-VD ephaya. That's about 6 kilos ukusuka phaya bayotsho phaya. Buye futhi xa kwabiwe le mihlaba, loo nto yenze futhi abantu bangazi kanye apho bakhoyo, abanye baphambukele kwezi VDs baqhele uvota kuzo ke kuba abazazi. Ndiyathemba ke kwi-voters education abantu bakwaziswa ke nangeewards zabo. Ndithetha loo nto kuba ndikwi-ward committee yalapha. Siba neengxaki ikakhulu kusombulula iingxaki zabahlali kwiinkonzo ezibiwa ngumasipala. Buye futhi nabantu ngokunokwabo sibacacisele apho bamele uvota khona. Ndizama ukuthi ke loo nto fune ihambe kwafuthi nokwazisa abantu babe nolwazi ulwabiwo olu luhamba kanjani na. Ndize kwi-VDs. Ii-VDs siba neengxaki ngazo. Abantu bayala ikakhulu abanendawo ezinkulu uqeshisa ku-IEC babe nokwazi ukungena phaya, babe nokwazi kwenza umsebenzi wabo bavotise. Loo nto isenza le ngxaki experience isuka phaa kuward 1 ngakumbi xa sithi sibhenele naphaa kwi-traffic office ngakumbi xa sibhenela phaa ku-solar capital kungabikho ntsebenziswano phinde futhi siyoqesha ezinkonzweni phaa kuward 4 inkonzo iba nemigaqo yayo nemithetho yayo kwaye futhi ingasilingani loo nto ithetha ukuthi funeka kwenziwe kulunge ngakumbi kubahlali bovota ngokulula elo lungelo lingabaxhamli kakhulu baziselwe nolwazi enkosi kakhulu.
I am Tozamile Moy from Ward 3 DR. And firstly, I want to address myself by saying I greet you all. And I wish that the issue of demarcation should be clarified to the voters because it causes some confusion after demarcation. People go to their normal voting stations that they used to vote for, and yet the demarcation allocates them to other voting stations. And furthermore, during allocation, I really wish that that is also taken in cognizance. And the other thing is that people from Ward 1 are experiencing a problem that they have to go a very long distance to go and cast their votes. I really wish that they might need to be educated, and there should be some education that is given to them as to when they go to register, they must be told where to go and vote. And furthermore, as I'm a member of the ward committee, I do experience these challenges. And I also have a way of trying to inform our people, to educate our people, especially on the issue of the VDs. And many times people would fight because some of them would want to participate during election and be allocated some kind of jobs to earn something, but people would fight about that because there would be some kind of favoritism. And furthermore, I also want you to pay attention to the issue of the traffic office, the issue of the solar capital. And the Ward 4 is also encountering some kind of challenges because there are regulations that are supposed to be employed in governing Ward 4. But people there are ill-informed. I really wish that there should be a process of educating our people about all these processes. I thank you.
Hardly home, good morning. My name is Johannes Faas. Actually, what I want to speak about wasteful expenditure in the municipalities. We have got, if we check, you've got a car, we've got the cars, they're using our petrol for their own private drives. When we need, when we have a lockdown or something, or we've got electricity problem, they can't come out, there's no petrol, so they already use our petrol. And then secondly, I want to speak about the environment. Our environment in our municipality is very poor. You can go any place now, even in town, you will see every place is dirty. And then the next time I want to speak is about our safety. We see that our electricity cables, they are broken, they're laying everywhere. I think on the 4th, we have gotten in Ward 2, we've got the electrical problem. They can't even fix the problem there. The people it's not load shedding yet, but the people is still in load shedding. And then the other thing which I want to talk is about the hygiene of our town. There's no place in DR now, even in town, where a woman can go to a toilet and sit very, very nice on a toilet. Everything is broken off. There's no such a place. So and then my last thing, which I want to talk about is, I think we must, not that I'm standing here and complain. I think the municipality and the community must start to get working hand in hand. But the municipality, they don't want to work hand in hand with our local entrepreneurs. That is where the things go far apart from each other. I thank you.
It's number 6.
Goeiemorgen. Mijn naam is Marius Mchweu. Ik is van der Kloof, Kerkies Kloof. Ik is eindelijk hier zo net om eindelijk oor iets te praten wat voor mij een baie groot concern is land. Ons het een probleem met land. Ons sukkel om behuizing te krijgen. Want omrede, daar is die land voor ons in Van der Kloof om een huis te bouwen. Nie. Die tweedens is dat ek glo die government, soos ek hier so staan, ek glo die government, whether it's local or national or whatever government daar is, hulle moet hand in glove werk met die community. Dis wat ek glo. En soos ek verstaan dat, as ek praat van government, ek praat van die mense wat ons krag gegee het, dat hulle moet daar so is om besluite te neem vir ons. Okay, ons het 'n probleem in Van der Kloof, ons kan nie huise bou nie. Ons kan nie erwe gegee word nie. Ons kan nie, ek is 'n jong man, ek wil op my eie bly. Ek wil saam met my vrou en my kinders bly. Ek kan nie saam met my vrou en my kinders bly nie, want ons het nie blyplekkie. Nommer 2, is ons skool. Ons skool kan nie gebou word nie, daar is nie grond om te gebou word nie. Nommer 3, ons het 'n crash, maar ons kinders kan nie crash toe gaan nie, want daar is nie grond vir ons kinders, dat hulle kan met skool toe gaan as 'n crash. Nommer 4, ons het 'n health problem. Ons het 'n ambulance, nommer 1. Daar is 'n plek eens vir hy ambulance om te kom staan nie. En dis goede wat ons sien, net hierso kom sê nie, ons leadership ken die goederse. Die premier, Zamani Soul is van Pieterswil. Hy is afkomstig van Pieterswil af. Hy weet dat Van der Kloof het 'n crash. Van der Kloof se het die grond vir sy skool om klasse te bou nie. Nommer 4, hy weet dat die mense bly in asbeshuise in, wat ook 'n risk is vir ons mense, wat ons mense gaan siek maak. Hy weet dit. Daar is die grond, waar toe gaan ons as jong mense wat wil eendag sê, hulle wil sy eie blyplek het, hulle wil sy eie huise het. Where government hoef my nie 'n huis te gee nie. Solank jy my erf gegee het, kan ek net 'n erf hê en my shanty opslat en daar bly met my vrou en my kinders. Ons het ernstige probleme in Van der Kloof. Wat rondom land gaan. Wat ons as die mense van Kerkies Kloof nie benefit en vorentoe gaan nie. So ek sê baie dankie met 'n paar woorde. Lekker dag vir almal.
Good morning, members of parliament. My name is Marius Mchweu, and I am from the area of Van der Kloof. Today I want to stand in front of you and I want to talk about land. We are battling to build houses because we simply do not have an area, land, where we can build these homes. I am of firm belief that government, national as well as local, should work together like a hand and a glove, which is not currently happening. I really want to think and I understand that government takes decisions for us, but this must be done together, all of us together. At the current moment, there's 4 things I want to highlight today. The first is that I cannot live with my family, my wife and my children, because I simply do not have a house where we can live together as a family. The second problem that I do have is that there's no area, no land available for Van der Kloof area to erect a school. So we don't have a school. The third problem is we do not also have a creche. The problem again, available land. We do not have that. The premier of this province, he lives in Pieterswil. And it's not like he's not aware of all these problems. He's fully aware of all these problems. It's not a new thing. But nothing happens. He knows of people that still live in asbestos homes, homes with asbestos roofs, which, as we all know, is a clear health risk for our people. I just want to say that the government does not have to build me a house. I will do it myself. But please, just make land available for us to do this. With those few words, I want to wish you all a wonderful day. Thank you.
Number 6.
Goedemorgen. Allemaal wat mij hoort, dat ik is de Rastafari community. De Nayabingi Colin Jacobs van de Aar. Dat ik kom lucht met mijn ongelukkigheid, personeel. Wat daar al die shanty-locaties in ons dorp de Aren staan. Dat ons zit te crisis met water in onze locatie. Ons het kinders wat school lopen, wat samen met ons in die locatie blijven. Ons het oude mensen wat samen met ons in die locatie blijven. Dat ons als jong mensen, dat in hierdie dorpen zien, dat onze dorp, ons wordt weer gerecognized in onze democratische regie. Onze kinderen staan in rijen elke ochtend voordat ze naar school toe gaan bij die kraan. Ons het net één kraan voor een breë gemeenschap. Daar komt bij die kraan komt daar criminal records uit. Mensen bekleed doen zo van water. Dat die municipaliteit vat die onze democratische rechten kop toe niet in onze shanty-locaties wat ons blij niet. Onze water is een hulpbron voor ons, voor onze planten, voor onze kinderen, onze mensen. Hulle laat ons sukkel in onze dorpen, in onze locatie. Ons het die krachtie. Onze toiletten wat hulle voor ons gegee het, die hooptoiletten, hulle word nie dagelijks skoon gehou nie. So onze gezondheid word nie daarmee in kop toegevat nie. Onze klinieke, ons het net één kliniek in onze locatie in. En daar staan rijen vol mensen. In onze andere locatie waar huise het, met albestdakke op. Hulle kom ook bij die kliniek, met diezelfde problemen. Hulle raak ziek van die albestdakke. 4 hoekie land, residentia. Hier in de Aren, dit is één kliniek. En een kliniek in die dorpen. Dan staan daar een daghospitaal. Dit is te min voor ons in die dorp. En onze politiestatie. Ons het net die één politiestatie. En onze dorp is bezig om uit te breiden. Maar onze safety is niet zo. Ons is getevreden daarmee niet. So ik vraag dat onze municipaliteit en onze government moet voor de Aar recht maken, alsjeblieft toch. Dat ons waardeert dat die president die gewas het. Hij heeft ons goede beloftes gegeven. Hij heeft ons bekend gemaakt dat de Aar die door wat wij staan, die staat in het midden van Zuid-Afrika. Zo'n Franse regering om te kijken hierna, hier die problemen. Bouw voor ons huizen, alsjeblieft toch. Dat ons komt terug, ons komt vragen, bouw voor ons huizen. En die huizen waar jullie bouwen voor ons die rechte huizen. Vandaar wat ons nou blij. 20 jaar het de municipaliteit ons teruggehouden, weggehouden van huizen af. Ons het die huizen voor 20 jaar gehad. Dus ook om die mensen gezien, ons het uitgebreek is die jeugd opgestaan. En die locaties is gebouw. Van hulle die voor ons antwoorden gehad. Van waar toe gaan ons gegaan het. Voor 20 jaar in jou ma's huis te blijven, om klomp criminal record te vangen. Dit is die regie. Hier bent aan ik terug.
Good morning. I'm Rastafari Colin Jacobs from Shantytown. Here, I've come here to raise a couple of problems. Among them, we have a water crisis. Our children, the children that are living with us, we're having problems with them. We have elderly people in our town. That is also problems. All I want to say is that in this town, this shanty town of us, the municipality is not taking us serious. They are not taking care of the water system. In the whole area where we live, there's one tap that needs to serve the whole community. That cannot be correct. The next thing is the municipality. They are really not seeing us. They are not taking us serious. our water is being taken away. Our health takes a toll as well. When you walk down the street, you see these long queues, people waiting to get health services. The other problem that we have is that people are still living in these asbestos houses, and that poses a health risk. There is a day hospital, but this hospital is not enough for us. We have only one police station in this town, and our town is growing. All that we are asking is that the R must be fixed. All we're asking for is build houses for us, and this time, build proper houses for us. We waited 20 years for houses, and some of us have been staying for 20 years without houses. And with these few words, I stand back.
Number 8.
Yes. Goeiemorgen, good morning. I'm Mr. Welkom from Bridgetown, Ward 7 in Mtanjeni Municipality. When you open your chair, you raise some few issues with regard to the bill. I don't want to raise problems from our town because I think it's imperative for us to try and solve those problems within our area. One thing you mentioned was this thing of the capacity. And I'm very glad that you said you are going to look into an assessment program before coming to the issue of demarcation of wards or boundaries. And also what is important for me is to mention the issue of the appeal board, which should have been established when the demarcation has been done, so that we can, as communities, raise our voice in terms of our dissatisfaction. I don't know if I'm correct. I was working since '94 for the IEC as an election officer. And then, with regard to demarcation, most of our people, registered voters, they are not voting. And if you look at Bridgetown, there's only one ward there. So if, in terms of demarcation, another ward has been established, then I think it will be very much problematic for us as Bridgetowners. Because we are sitting currently with at least 3,000 registered voters. And during the last elections, we only had 1,003 maximum, which has been voted. And there's an area which a lot of people not been voted. So if we look at demarcation in Bridgetown, we should make sure that this thing has been properly done and consulted with us as people from Bridgetown. So I'm really worried if we add another ward within Bridgetown. If you look at the capacity also, we listen to the problems raised from other towns now. But mine is specifically with regard to the demarcation authority bill. So ek dink is vir ons belangrik, né, om te kyk na die appeal process if we are not satisfied, and then the assessment before the start of the process, so that we as people of Bridgetown and certain towns give our input with regard to this one. Dankie.
Thank you. The next is number 9.
Mandla. Mandla. Phambili Mzansi phambili. Thank you for the opportunity. Firstly, I want to acknowledge, before I introduce myself, I want to acknowledge the effort the government of the day is taking into bringing information to our people. It is bordering on batupele of transparency. Thank you for giving your time on that. Now, I am Franklin Lowe. I'm the chairperson of ANC Ward in Priska. If I say Priska, it will be familiar to you because the President, in his State of the Nation address, spoke about Priska, although he said that Priska is in the Free State. We have forgiven him for that. I want to emphasize Priska is in the Northern Cape and soon to be the economic hub of Mzansi. We are a community that's rich in minerals. We have wind, we have solar, we have hydro soon to come to Priska. We have the Orion mine in Priska, Copperton, which will soon attract lots of the other provinces' people. I'm just giving my intro. It will attract a lot of movement towards Priska because Priska, Siatemba will be the town to be reckoned with. So as I have said, I am Franklin Lowe, chairperson of Ward 2, Bondi Hevel, representing our community. We are 6 wards there, and I represent them today. The bill in itself, sir, is a lengthy bill, and I'm a bit caught off guard, but allow me to raise some points on the bill. I acknowledge your frustration, as you said in the beginning, that people rise on issues not of the day, but forgive them, because they are frustrated in their own right. They are frustrated because somewhere, somehow, we are failing them. And now coming to these platforms, they abuse the platform. But I see you did take some notes. Perhaps you will relay it as well, although it is not part of the task at hand today. I would like to rise on part 2, section 7 of the bill, the composition of the board. It reads there to say that it will not be less than 7, limited to 10. And you did in your intro also allude to the fact the president may appoint a judge, which I, as chairperson, would really support, because we rely on our judiciary to be independent and to really take us forward. Now, leaving 9 other positions. So I would like to sponsor that every province need to be on the board directly. Every province must have a direct representative on the board. As we found out, as a community chairperson of the session, we are very lazy to read. And I would like to sponsor that GCIS, Government Communications, maybe play a more active role in rolling these sessions out, maybe beforehand, to be more active, so when you come, we are a bit more informed on the matters at hand. So the first point is on the composition, chairperson, that we would like you to make sure that each province is represented. I go to point 9, the qualifications. We are well protected there, chairperson. We are well protected. It is clear that when the board is appointed, that the people will be part of it, must have the property. They must have the skills to really take the country forward, because demarcation is a very sensitive issue. People can get into arms if the process is wrongly driven, chairperson. So I take note of that one. Chapter 3, chairperson, I just want to read it there. On chapter 3, point 24, the factors to be taken into account. It is critical, Chairperson. It's critical, point 24. Because what we are experiencing is when we go for elections, demarcation don't recognize shanties because there's not yet a stand number and what. There's no stand numbers. Now elections is finished, it's over. But those people staying there, they want services. Now we have a poor councillor. It's exhausting because in Priska, we have a big shanty area. But now, because there's no stands yet, it's not recognized, it can't be demarcated or it's not considered, if I'm not wrong. Now, but post-elections, the same people is now asking for services from the councillor. But the stand, the ward where he is living is recognized, but the shanty is so a big portion, he can't service that portion as well. But the shanties can be a ward because they're not recognized by virtue of the demarcation bill. I further want to ask Chairperson, on the issue of demarcation, how is it done? Is it done by satellite or is people coming directly? Because this technology, Google Earth and everything, is not assisting us. We need to be home bodies on the town itself, not only to rely on Google Earth, but to be on site with the leaders of those areas. Rather take a bit longer, but be more sure, Chairperson. And perhaps 10 years is too long. Perhaps it's too long, Chair. I would like to propose maybe to bring it down to 5 years, or at least before every election. Hence, I'm saying, Priska will soon burst out of its nut. Seems, yes. So, please, Chairperson, that is my plea, that we take that into account. Lastly, Chair, point 35, the criteria, yes, I did speak about it. The criteria of delimitation. Informal settlements. Demarcation, not considering informal settlements, but post-elections, the people want services. So I would like you to take it into account. Chairperson, I did write some things here, but I think my 3 minutes is up. Thank you very much.
You can hand over the document to that table.
Okay, I will just be right.
Now it's number 10.
Okay. Goeiemôre aan die gehoor. Goeiemôre aan die tafel daarvoor. Ek is dankbaar vir die wonderlike voorreg, want ons sit met groot probleme in daar. Ek het nog geluister na almal se probleme, maar myne is ook nog erger. Ek het gehoor na die munisipaliteit se toevoer van onafhanklik word. Ek weet hoe gaan dit gewerk het. Want ons sit met vorige aktiwiteite wat nog nooit afgehandel is. Ons sit met asbestdakke. Sekere mense wat huise het nie die voorreg gehad om die solar geysers op te kry nie. Wat sê die wyke in ons dorp is nie na gegaan om te kyk waar hulle moet veranderings doen nie. Na wete, as ek reg kan onthou, was daar reeds al gesê dat ons asbestdakke gaan verwyder word. Mense word siek in daai omstandighede. Dis winter. Ons sit onder die ding wat ons genoem het COVID-19. Mense weet nou nog nie wie en wat COVID-19 beteken het nie. Want ons sit met borskwale, TB en al die goedes. Is nie net my huis nie, maar de aar kan saampraat. Ons word net lek. As ons nou afhanklike munisipaliteite gaan hê, hoe gaan dit werk? Na wie toe gaan ons gemeenskap gaan? Wie gaan ons klagtes aanhoor? Want hier word raadslede gekies in die kantore. Die gemeenskap ken nie ons raadslede nie. Want die raadslede tot huidiglik, weet ek nie wie is wijk 1 se raadslid nie. Jy hoor van haar, jy sien haar nie. So hoekom moet ons nou nog met raadslede sit wat niks beteken nie? Ek wil net graag hoor van die tafel, wie gaan die onafhanklike munisipaliteit wees en wie gaan ons dorp bestuur? Baie dankie.
Thank you. Ngoku ke sizawuthatha umjikelo wesibini. Okay, Kuba.
Good morning, Chairperson. I'm Dory Erasmus. I appreciate the opportunity to raise my concerns. I've been listening to other people's concerns, but I think mine are even worse. We have a problem, and the problem is that people are living in houses with asbestos roofs, and this is very dangerous. People are getting sick. Some of us who have been living in these in these houses with asbestos roofs, we did not get the opportunity to get solar panels installed. So people are getting sick, especially in winter. We're still sitting with this thing that was called COVID-19. We still do not understand what it is. It's still unknown to us. And other ailments, people are getting TB and all sorts of respiratory ailments. We hear that we have counselors. Up until now, we have not seen them. They drive up and down, but we have not personally met them. I have one question to this panel. I'd like to know who is going to be this independent municipality and who is going to run our town?
Yeah, sizawuthatha umjikelo wesibini. Ndizawukhomba abantu ngoba bephakamisa izandla. Ndinithi amagama. Ungunumber 1 mama iza ngaphambili. Ungunumber 2 lo wephepha. Number 3 mama with the duke. Number 4 with the glasses. Number 5 mama with the duke. Number 6. Number 7. Anikaphela abakapheleli ofunayo ukuthetha. Ungashiywa lixesha. Saphele ku number 7. Hayi hlalani nina sendinikhombile. Ukhona omnye? Makeze iya ngaphambili. Abangaphakamisiyo ke bangathi ndibashiye ngaphandle. Number 1 asukukhulule can ungathetha.
Molweni bahlali, molweni izinkokheli zethu egameni lenkosi Yesu Kristu ke amen.
Thethela phezulu ma.
Ndibulela ixesha endiye ndalifumana kuni izinkokheli zethu lokubana nam ke ndizozondlala. Njengoba ndizozondlala nje andithi kukuvuka komzimba ekufeni nobomi benhluphepho obunaphakade. Ndithi kukuvuka komzimba ekufeni nobomi bempumelelo obungunaphakade. Kuba ndingu-Elizabeth wakwaFavor eRichmond. Phaya eRichmond ndina 59 years. ndingumzali onabantwana but ke ndaraphekudisa abantwana abayi-7 mhla sashwa ngumzali safumana indlu eza matches box zikatata uMandela zakudala zisekhona nangoku eRichmond and kudala ndikhalaza ndisiza apha kuni phofu eburhulumenteni into na indlebe zenu andazi noba zigcwele ntoni na okanye koku kuvuka kokufa ekufeni kuba masihlupheke naphakade kuba sihluphekile kakade ndicela baze ndithi ke ngoku njema ndizowuthetha ndizozendla lapha phambi kwenu bazali bam izithi kanti ndawuphuma noko ndisithi ndivakele kuba ndikhalazile ngalandlu zizindlu ezingo-2 matchbox endingasaziboniyo apha kodwa eRichmond zisekhona the easiest way apha eHanover fushane kuthi azisekho zademolishwa ndisuka kwindawo ngendawo kuba ndingumuntu ebephangela ohamba ethengisa ndiyazibona zidemolishiwe but apha eRichmond sisaphila kuzo mna I'm one of them ezazindlu zokhiwa ngeblockstena iblockstena ethi xa inetha imvula ingene ngaphakathi sakhalaza kukhansela owayekhona ngoko wathi hayi zizawulungiswa icontract ibalekile nemali basazama utracer yona isatracewa namhlanje just imagine ezazindlu zaqala zikatata Mandela ezisatracer icontract namhlanje sihleli thina phansi kwazo kulonhlupheko engunaphakade amen ndicela ba ke ngokuze noko zeke sivakala isikhalo sami ke ziyojongwa ezazindlu ngoba this year nge-17 kaMeyi i-exco ebiseRichmond ndiphakamile ndayocomplaina ngalandlu kwathiwa okay sizawuthuma ii-contractors ziye ziyoyijonga while mna ndiselapha emeetingini zithunyelwa ii-contractors phofu nditshilo ndathi akho mntu phaa endlini ndim ndodwa abantwana bekho zithunyelwa zabuya zanika iripoti yoba aziboni into ndithi ke mna sizawubona ntoni sizayiboniswa ngubani because ndithe ndilapha wathi ubhuti othethileyo okay sizayizisa ireport back siyaphinda siyabuya bazawuhamba nam sizawuhamba siyoyijonga ndisamile nangoku eJordan salinde lo mlambo uba makubethwe amanzi avuleke ndigene azange ndiphinde ndibone mntu uthi urhulumente wethu vuka uzenzele so ke ngondiyabona uba make ndivuke ndizenzele ndingumuntu ozisebenzayo ngezandla zam ndiyathunga ndenza ibits so umtshini wam uphukile ndabaleka nge-exco leyo ndayozondlala nakhona ndiyocela since last year ndicelana noba urhulumente makakhawulelane nam andincedise njengokuba ndiphakame ndifumane izinto zokusebenza kwathiwa okay last month andiyazi noba apha emva koMeyi kodwa kwathiwa okay sizazinikwa siapprove into yethu salinda sabizwa phaya thina bantu babini abadala zange sihoyo kwathiwa wathi la sisi sizawubuyela kuni in 2 or 3 days time sisayilindile namhlanje 2 and 3 days time asina report back ezayo ye-explanation ndicela abantu bakarhulumente nike nisixelele into kokubana ithini into xana ucomplaina funeka ude uthini na ngoba asazi uba siyacomplaina kubani na ngoba siyafuna thina uzisebenzela nakwa-human rights ebefikile last year human rights eRichmond ndacomplaina ngalandla zonke ii-details zethu ayindimanga ndodwa sonke ababecomplaina zathathwa until now ne-phone number ne-ID number ne-address yonke into until now sisamile silindile kulo Jordan singazi noba uMoses uyawuze asibethele nina la manzi asuke nathi ke siwele andifuna uxhomekeka ndikhathalelanga axhomekeka ndicela urhulumente makastrije ngokulinganayo kungabikho indawo ezithi nina njengoba nihluphekile ootata beni bahlupheka nawuhlupheka nongena engcwabeni nani so ndiyabona uba phaya eRichmond ayikho bazali bam ndiyacela ke niyoyijonga iRichmond uba imeko yayithini akho msebenzi icrime iya inyuka ngokunyuka ngoba kaloku abantwana bethu kule nto ndiyenzayo ndizawuzama ukuthi ndingenise omnye umntana bakwilinga ukufunda le nto ndiyenzayo kodwa ngoku andinazinto urhulumente undithembisa le naleyana akakwazi usondela kum sikhupha abantwana kule nto bayenzayo yale crime asoze akho msebenzi akukho mntu uncedisana nathi ukhawulelana nathi eRichmond baza nje bazomamela bagqiba bathi nyokonyoko yawutya nehagu sihlale kithi nasitye nezahagu ngoba kaloku sazalwa sizihagu sawufaza izihagu naphakathi Ngela xesha sasiyobeka uex wethu sasingayazi into okokubana siyombekela inhlupheko engunaphakade. Ndiyacela ke ngoku ze kuthi bodada bam nomama bam njengoba ndizile ke ngoku namhlanje apha sikhe sinyuke isikhalazo sethu sase Richmond ke kuyojonga la nhlupheko siphila phansi kwayo phaa kulaa ndawo. Kukho abantu abasebenzisa eza bucket systems zakudala abangatrainiyo ezaphelayo indawo enjani nabethu nana leyana. Ndicela ukwazi uba mhlambe yashwatyulelwa nathi nayi somane nje sizothatha oonxa bethu basinyuse thina sibheke phambili sitye inqathi bashiyeke bona besitya amahlamvu. Ndiyacela ze kuthi njengoba ndizoma kule ndawo ze kuvakale anditsho kamnandi kumnandanga anditsho ze kuthi kanti nam njengoba ndisuka kule ndawo ndawuthi nam ndikubonile ukufaka yukanasi ngokufaka kumkani uyeziye nam ndiyibonile inkosi ngale mini yanamhlanje yale date yaseDR ndivakale nivakalelwe sithi ke thumele i-delegates zenu ke zihambe ziye kula Richmond niyoyijonga phi njani enkosi nisikelele.
I am Elizabeth Favor from Richmond. Greetings to our leaders and also greetings to our committee members. I thank you for the opportunity that you gave us, and I'm standing here in a very deep pain because I've been living in Richmond for 59 years, and my parents left me with my siblings, which I had to take care of for those years, and the kind of houses that we are staying in, and the so-called the box mesh houses, which were built during the time of Mandela. And those houses are not built with proper material. They are built with building blocks through which rain protrudes through when it's raining. And I've been complaining for time and again for these issues of this house, but nothing is happening. And I've noticed that in areas like Honova, they have dealt with those that backlog of those houses. They demolished those houses and built proper houses. I'm complaining here very in a deep pain. I was hoping that when we voted for freedom, but it seems that we voted for poverty. And I complained to the council, but nothing was done about my complaint. And furthermore, on the 17th of May, there was an ESCOM that took place in our areas where I raised the very same complaint. They promised me that they are going to attend to my complaint, but the blunder they did, whilst we were attending the meeting, they sent a contractor to go and assess the house whilst I was not at home. And then the report came back, they said they did not see any fault in those houses. Who would show them the faults in the houses when I was not at home? So I also indicated and highlighted that they said again they are going to go and do a proper inspection of the house. Our government is saying we should wake up and do things for ourselves, and indeed that's what I'm trying to do. I'm having a business of building beads, of making beads, but the machine that I'm using is broken. I came forward to ask for assistance, for intervention from the government, and then at a particular date we were called, and then two of our elderly women who were set aside, we were told that they'll respond to us in 2 or 3 days time. But up until today, we are still waiting for that response. Nothing was done to us as the elderly women. Now tell me, until when does one have to complain in order to get a positive response? I even went to report to the Human Rights Commission and nothing happened up until now. So I'm pleading with you as our government, please go and visit our area at Richmond and see for yourselves that Richmond is the crime rate and unemployment rate is the order of the day there. And in my business, I'm trying to skill my own children so that they can also get something to do and do away with crime. But because I need this financial injection, I can't succeed in doing that. So I'm pleading with you, please help us. Our town is very backward because even the ablution facilities, they are still relying on the bucket system. So I'm pleading with you, please send your delegates or officials or whoever to go to Richmond and assess our situation, and please do something about it. That is all that I want to plead you with, because to me, it seems that we are just voting for poverty, and yet during election time, you will come and collect our votes and we will vote, but nothing positive comes out of those votes to us as the people of Richmond. So I'm pleading with you. I really wish that my attendance of this meeting today and the complaint that are raised in this meeting will bring about change to us people of Richmond. I thank you.
Thank you. Number 2.
Thank you, leadership. From my side, I'm also thankful for the opportunity that has been granted to me. Yeah, I would love to just to mention one important thing that was expected from us as the people who've been invited for this meeting, as invited by the demarcation board, was also important. That we need to come out with ideas as to what are we going to do in our localities, you see. As I'm standing here, I've got one suggestion of which I think would maybe be of assistance in this meeting of ours. Have been looking to the composition of the demarcation board. I was thinking of one thing that should be added there. For instance, was to think of what if each and every town that has been invited to attend this important session to have representative among yourself. That one was important. Because what I also realized was that the demarcation board of officials of government allowed this meeting to miss the point. Because if one is to look very careful to the point was one. What are you how are we as the board going to assist you going forward? You see, thank you. Okay, I'm sorry. My name is Machebe. I'm coming from Priska.
The next speaker, number 3.
Goedemorgen allemaal. Ik is Grietje Boyse. Ik bly in 13 aan Blomstraat. Ik heb vanmorgen erg een groot probleem. Ik moet maar net saans voor die Here vra daar waar ek slaap. Ek bly in 'n huurhuis. Die juffrou sou ry wat ek by die huis gehuur het, maar die mannetjie is baie onbeskof. Woensdag aankom hy daar. Ek het aansoek gedoen vir 'n huis. Ek is van 2017 af op die system. Van July maand af. Ek kry nog 'n erfnommer. Bly as ek by die munisipaliteit kom, as sê hulle vir my, ja, is nog nie vir my 'n erfnommer. Ek moet maar wag vir die tweede fase. Nou aan die tweede fase, en ek bly met 'n vrou wat gestreng is en 2 klein kindertjies. Woensdag aan toe kom hy weet hoe sy baie rou gewees. Ek wil maar nie die woorde sê wat hy gesê het nie. Maar vanmorgen kom ek net en ek kom met 2 hande en ek kom vra vir my, kan ek nie maar 'n huis kry nie, terwille van hy gestrengde vrou en hy kindertjies wat ek mee saam bly. Ek moes maar woensdag aan net vir die Here vra, dat die Here moet vir ons daar beskerm in haar huis in. Want toe sê hy, kom trap hy deur oop en ek kom breek hy drade af. Nou hoe lewe jy in so 'n huis? En ek het nie geld vir 'n duurder huurhuisie. Asseblief, dankie. 13 aan Blomstraat.
Good morning, members of parliament. My name is Grietje Boysen and I live in number 13 Aunt Blom Street. I just want to say that I've been on the system since 2017 to receive a piece of land or a house. I have not even received a ERF number as yet. I was told to wait for the second phase to receive such. I'm standing in front of you today, and I don't want to tell you everything that happened to me. It's terrible. A man that I live with is rude. The words that comes out of those mouths I cannot repeat. But I'm coming here today to you, and I'm standing here in front of you with two hands. And I'm asking you nicely, I'm asking you before God, can I not please just have a house? As if not just only for the disabled person and woman that I live with and her children. Really, that's all I'm asking you. I've been waiting forever, and I've been told to wait even longer, and I've been on the systems, as I said, since 2017, but please, I'm asking you, can I not just please have a house? Thank you.
Number 4, siyabulisa sithi enkosi ndibulele uYehova uThixo ukuba namhlanje ndizokuba kule ntlanganiso. Bahlali baphambili sicela into yoba masihoyiwe. Utata uMandela ulele seniqambe into enye ela xhego la tsala nzima ngenxa yethu khula thina kweli lizwe. Kodwa imisebenzi yakhe wayithethile ayibonakali. Wayithetha utata uMandela watyala yonke into utata uMandela uMadiba umde. Namhlanje sikhulekile ngenxa kaMadiba. Kodwa izenzo zabantu uMadiba anika zona azilandela imisebenzi yakhe. Into yokuqala ndothi mina ndinguWillie Izozi waseHanover. Hlala eHanover mna. Phaya eHanover sathi thina phaya sibheke evotini ngo sifuna unxa wam andifuna umfaka kwenye mna ndifuna ufaka uMadiba unxa wam mna Willie Izozi ngoba uMadiba ndimbonile imisebenzi yakhe kusisonke senoma kumndodo sonke thina apha eSouth Africa. Kodwa into yinye into ebuhlungu sisatsala nzima kulaa nkululeko uMandela asikhuleka. uMandela wasikhulula, utata uMandela wasikhulula, kodwa asiphume kule ndawo endaweni uba masikhuleke siyasibazi banzima ntoni zonke izinto. Cela into enye ke endiza kuthi lapha phaa kundikwaseHanover phaya eHanover into yokuqala sathi thina ngoba thina sifuna uba masibe nto. Kwafika phaya kwafika inasika igreitara eHanover. Emveni kwegreitara yayidika loader. Emveni kwedika loader yayitruck zapha eHanover. Kodwa kulomhlanje imoto zethu zivukuvuku sistrato siphelile istrato eHanover. Kodwa ikhona izinto laa nto andiyazi ngoku eza nto ngo ise-DR ise-Brixtown iHanover ayikho pha yenje andiyazi uba yintoni na into eqhubekayo phaa kuthi eHanover. iHanover ibuye umva. iHanover ayirhati for into ayibheki phambili tu ibuye endaba ayibheka phambili hayi tu ibuye umva iHanover. Okuphinda kwam ebhale nto into ebuhlungu vele esinayo thina phaa eHanover asinamapolisa. Abantu bomthetho asinawo thina phaa eHanover. Indleko ndiyithethe ndiyicela uba isingathi kunophinde buyele kulaa nto indala ke kutshintshwe amapolisa la kuthathwe amapolisa aseHanover akaziswa apha eDR kuthathwe aseDR aziswe phaa ngoba kaloku la wethu anotshomi ayemetsha ahamba ancile sam neetshomi phaa eHanover. Into endiyibonayo mna phaa eHanover thina phaa eHanover into ebuhlungu siwabise phaa tu ayicingi uzalo veni sekuthiwa iveni ayikho. Kodwa iveni bezimbili iveni kuthiwa inye imkile ibheka emaplasini tu kwenzeka uba umntu kuyahlanjwa kuyaliwa tu akho veni phaa umntu uzomnqanda ibazile namapolisa eza nje azobunza uba yintona seliphinde isicele emke ashiye abantu besilwa besithile amahlanguli amapolisa endiwabone mna phaa eHanover. Sisicelo phaa eHanover funeka uba uGavile bahlaphambili kubekho abantu kujonge thina amapolisa asinamapolisa thina eHanover thina. Okwesibili yikliniki. Hayi ikliniki bantu bakuthi bayabhubha abantu ekliniki phaa kuthi eHanover akakhathalelwanga umntu eHanover. Futhi eHanover umntu ugula phaa fika umntu egula ekhona umntu tu athi baninzi abantu bakuthi bashabe phaya kongancedwa befanele incedwe tu into endibona ke sepha sekuhlale pha abantu baqashwe pha kuthetha into zabo zangaphandle bangabo ngoba into zabo umandi babo okanye ibe yintoni kule navi yethu ibe yintoni zonke ezo zinto abantu bayagula sifile indlela abantu abadala abanye baneswekile ntoni abantu bayagula abantu naba iza ngiyawuthanda kwabo le abize umuntu kuthathe mhlawumbi i-hour of i-hour enye kuxelele umuntu omnye kodwa uzothatha ipilisi kodwa thi uphuma emva kwedinari ungene ngo-7 kusasa okanye ngo-6 uyaphuma ngo-2 okanye ngo-4 oko into eyenzeka phaa eHanover sicele phela kubekho umhloli phaa kuthi eHanover kulaa dolobha incinci laa ndawo la kodwa hayi bo imisebenzi abantu bayo hayikhona baqhele esiteqithi ngoba kaloku akho bantu elaa xesha besiqale sithina into yeapartheid yamabhulu bekuhloko bingekho zinto umlungu lebetshajeko kodwa ngosithi esekhulwe ngumandela akho nto nisa abantu bakuthi bayilandelayo ndiyayicela phaa iHanover ndiyayicela abantu bayagulwa phaa abantu bayabhubha tu abantu phaa ubuye epilisini uyojoga nathi uyohlatori uyophuma natheka andike kwesithathu intwini siyaqhekezelwa phaa iHanover amapolisa abekho nanga kuyaqhekezwa phaa iHanover asiqhekezwa indlu zabantu awunto bayiqhekezwa phaa iHanover ubumkile intsuku embini entathu bakujongile ntwana kowathi owabikho kusasa ngomso tu ndijonge kule veki phela kuqhekezwe enye indlu yonyanam ndafowunela inkosikazi unyanam le emsebenzini unyanam wathumela inkosikazi yeza kodwa anokwazi ukwathima funeka kuze umnikazi indlu ngoba siyazi izinto eziphaa ezilahlekileyo wayenza umolokozana thathe kodwa kangoku eza-fingerprinting ufikile umolokozana sekuyiveki yonke engekho kwathathwa kodwa ukuthatha i-fingerprint uthi wemka umolokozana awukabikho nto nix ecacileyo kangozi ukuthi hayi nangu lo mntu okanye nabo abantu abafumene nix phaa kuthi kwazithatha i-fingerprint zintoni nix akulandelwa ndiyacela iHanover le iHanover hayibo ayiyi phambili bayaqhekeza phaya intweni eHanover into yokugqibela endizayithetha zii-drugs ii-drugs phaa enobolo hayibo ii-drugs amapolisa phamezipha andibona involved into yi-drugs andibayazi amapolisa phaya enobolo abantu bathengisa ii-drugs phaa ii-drugs ziyathengiswa phaya eHanover le nto abantu okuchazwa kangako ngenxa yee-drugs ukugqibela umntu yena athi yena athenge umntu uthengisa iigusha zethu uTalimandela uvuka uzenzele uthi kwenza uTalimandela masikwazi ukuzenzela yithe umhlala kwam phantsi ndanezinto esinazo ziyabiwa iigusha zethu neenkomo zethu phaa kuthi yinto esithi sifuna uphila ngayo kodwa ngoku tu uye uhambe urapota nix amapolisa nix ayihoywa loo nto leyo uthi uthatha statement ayisozihoya iphela nje emoyeni siyacela andikuthi mkhonibaqebhani iHanover andiboni into yoba ngokuthi bakunotshintshwa kanye namapolisa uyengantoni zintoni phaa ambulance ibemkile ambulance mhlawumbi ukuthi uthwele ediyara thika ugula umntu phaya wathi udabhubhu mnantsi ukuthi wehlele ediyara ayikho kodwa iambulance phaya eNobolo bezi-splendor neat zintsha zimbini mari unesikile ngo inye iambulance yaseHanover ngo iphi lesibini zintsha ukhova waziqhuba zintsha brand new iphi lesibini ambulance inye ibemkile phaa tu ambulance bantu yagula umntu phaa kunzima kuza yafikele xesha umntu sebhubhile okanye sebucentsa umntu lo enkosi thank you
I am Willie Zozi from Hanover. Greetings to the chairperson and the leadership. I thank God for the opportunity for me that I managed to find to get this day. I want to state that I want to start by saying, please pay attention to us. Nelson Mandela is now lying forever, but he did a great job for us. He freed for us. He suffered for a very, very long time for us to be freed, to get out of apartheid. But your actions are not in line with what he stood for. So I'm please appealing to you that please don't discourage Mandela. Don't disappoint him. Yes, we vote and we will always vote because of that old man who freed for us, who fought for us to be free. So that is the reason that we feel compelled that we have to vote. At Hanover, where I am, that place is very, very backward. Firstly, we were offered a grader, and later we were offered a front loader and many other type of equipment that could assist us to improve the standard of roads of Hanover. But when you go there, the roads are in a very, very bad condition. The streets are very bad. The equipment that are referred to, when you check, it's no longer there. They will tell us that no, it's doing some job in DR or in Bridgetown, and yet Hanover is very backward. It needs a lot of repair. And the SAPS, the police, they are as good as they not being there. We don't have police in Hanover. I really wish that you can come up with a system of exchanging police, take police from DR to work in Hanover, and those in Hanover deploy them in DR, because they are so used to people or the community of Hanover. They have friends who happen to be these criminals, and they also have girlfriends who are also related to those criminals. So when you go to lay a complaint, nothing is happening because the police became friendly with those who are criminals. And the vans that we have, when you go to lay a complaint, they will tell us there are no vans. The only van, when the van is in action, is when the van goes to attend a complaint in a farms. But we in the township, we don't get any response, a positive response from the police. So that is how bad our situation is. When you go and lay a complaint, maybe your house has been broken to, or something bad is happening, you quickly run to the police to come and rescue the situation. They'll just show their faces, and after that they disappear without resolving the problem that the people are faced with. And furthermore, we don't have a clinic. Many of our people are dying in line at the clinic whilst they are waiting for being attended. A lot of people died, not just one person. A lot of people died whilst waiting for assistance in the clinic. The people who are working in the clinics are busy chatting about the previous weekend's happenings and so forth, instead of attending to our people. Our people are sick, they need assistance. Some of them are going there to collect the treatment for their diabetes, but they don't get attention. For instance, a person will arrive at 7 o'clock, but the person will only get assistance to receive his or her treatment at 4 o'clock, whilst the person was there to receive just treatment for nothing else. And furthermore, the housebreaking that takes place in that area is the order of the day. You can't leave your house for 2 or 3 days. If you happen to leave your house, it's like they are timing you. They count your minutes or the days that you are away. And the third day you are not there, then they come in. They break your house and they will find your house as the house is to let. And for instance, a few weeks ago, my son's house was broken into. And when I went to lay a charge, they told me that the owners of the house should come because I will not be able to give an account of what is missing in the house. And indeed, my granddaughter arrived and she gave this account. They came to take the fingerprints, but she spent about 4 or 5 weeks there without getting any positive results until she left. So I'm pleading with you that please something need to be done with our police system. And also the ambulance system that we have 2 brand new ambulances in Hanover, but they are nowhere to be found. When you check, it's only 1 ambulance, but when people need it, they'll tell you that ambulance has transported somebody to DR. So in other words, we don't get any joy of having 2 ambulances which are still brand new. Our government is saying we should wake up and do things for ourselves. And in line with that, we have our livestock, sheep and cattle, but they are stolen by the stock thieves. And the police don't come to our rescue. They don't assist us at all. They'll only come to take a statement, and nothing is happening after that. So I'm pleading with you that please do something to us. I don't know what should happen before you can take some action. Please bear with us, the people of Hanover. Our town is very, very backward. We are pleading with you. I thank you.
Number 5.
Ndiyabulisa kumntu wonke olapha phakathi. Ndigama lam ngu-Angelina Tebele from Richmond Ward 2. Ndiza ngesikhalazo endinaso, izikhalazo ayisinyanga. Nangengxaki esikhala ngayo. Emalunga ngomasipala wethu. Umasipala wethu akakho akananyani. Ndicela nike nimjongisise. Ngakumbi xa kufikeleleni ekwakhiweni izindlu. Kubhaliswa amagama alahleke. Ndiyayicela loo nto mayijongwe. Kukhansele bengaphambili bikhona into ezenzekayo kuthiwa ebantwini xa kusondela ivoti mabayokusika imihlaba. Basika imihlaba abantu. Xa begqiba isika imihlaba bavote bagqibe. Xa begqiba uvota kuthiwa la mihlaba ayikho mthethweni. Akwange kubekho umuntu othumele umuntu makayosikisa imihlaba. Abantu xa besithi thina sasikile umhlaba phendula ikhansela ithi kange nditsho njalo. Loo nto ixela into yoba akho nyani phaa kubo phakathi kwamasipala. Okwenye into endifuna uyithetha khanisakhelele abantwana bethu izindlu. Mna ndihlala nabazukulwana abalithoba kuforum nabantwana bam abane. Ndixelele silala njani kuloo ndlu. Silala oluphi uhlobo. Kungcono mosikwafaro apho sisuka khona. Usubona uba mawubuyele umva ngoba kaloku akho nto ibhetele uyifumanayo ngoku. Sasisithi sibheka kwilizwe lamasi nobusi. Kanti ngoku ngona siseyela. Bebe nendlela yokuba izindlu bazazibhalisa nge-age ngoku akuthi. Ubuna 40 years ungayifumani indlu. Xa kusakhiwa bangaba kuza kokhiwa. Andiyazi velaphi. Ndicela nje nisixelele i-age umntana afuneka abe nayo ukuze abe nendlu. Ukuze abe nendlu. Nje kuphinde kunengxaki endinayo ba kuthiwa masinyani masivuke sizenzele. Mna ndithengisa inyama kwam. Ndithengisela inyama. Kwinyanga ezipheleleyo siya samiswa phambi kwabantu izidlangalala sabantu kupremier safoto. Ngeebhodi zeplastiki ezino 15,000 ezibhaliweyo. Until today I don't know iphi lonto. Asifumani noba kuba kuzawusa iunayo lo 15,000 kuyahlwa awuzuba nayo. Kodwa kuthiwa masivuke sizenzele. Esivuya ngeli xesha sifumanayo lo bhodi yeplastiki. Sathi tyhini hayi uyeza urhulumente uza ngakuthi. Kude kwalapho uThixo sekho. Andazi ke nokuba ngaba sisinhlanywa kuba kusondele evotini. Masingadlalwa abantu benkosi masihlonitshwe. Masike sihlonitshwe singabantu o-ex bethu mabarespectwe. Abazali andithi nini nonke abenza lento. Ngabantu abathile abanale ngxaki yongabahloniphi abantu abanika isonka. Especially kumasipala xa ufika uthetha kwamasipala nomuntu osebenza kwamasipala abentshingi apha ebusweni ngoba kaloku awuthathi intweni wena. Umuntu angakuhoyi ngoku sowuthetha athi esirehe rhatha ukuphendula. Zakuphendula atshe ngakuhoyi. Siyayazi apha ngoku sizele ngale ye-billboard but ibuhlungu benhliziyo ngeke ungabukhupheli xa sibona nina. Ubuhlungu benhliziyo sivota each and every after 5 years but akho nix enzekayo. eRichmond phaa phezulu phaa banamqondiso khatshila laphi siphaa kulaa lokishi imdaka mos le lalokhu shiklina once kwakuthiwa naba abantu beparlament abayeza qaliswe kugutyulwe but kuzawuhlala kunjeya until kuphinde kuthiwa naba besiza abantu baseparlament kuphinde kuklinwe. Andazi nithi masikhale phi. Ndiyacela abantu benkosi eRichmond akho kuhle. Enkosi kakhulu.
Excuse me, Chairperson, now I've lost my notes now. I am Angelina Tebe from Ward 2, Richmond. Greetings to the Chairperson and the panel. And I'm standing here to complain. My complaint is about our municipality. Our municipality is not honest to us. They, especially when it comes to the building of houses, they will promise you that and that, but the way they compile their list of, to offer houses is not the correct one. And they'll only promise us houses during voting time. For instance, during voting time, people will be invited to come to a certain piece of land to cut their plots there to get themselves some sites there before a voting time. And then they'll be happy and excited that they have these plots where they have to build their houses on. And then after the voting time or after the elections, there will be an announcement that will come that says that a piece of land is illegal for communal land. It's not a communal land. So what they have done is illegal. And the councillor who invited them to that plot of land will deny that. So that is the way they play with our feelings. And I'm pleading with you to please build houses for our children. For instance, I'm staying in a 4-roomed house with 4 children and 9 grandchildren. I don't know what kind of a setting can you imagine is that in a 4-roomed house, having myself 4 kids and 9 grandchildren. So I'm pleading with you, please build houses for our children. You can even tell us for what age, at what age does one child qualify to live a family home, to have his or her own house. And they also came up with a kind of a system with this ageism, that we call ageism, of saying they will only offer houses to children who are 40 years old. And yet our children, as much as they are not 40 years old, but they are too old to be staying with their parents because they have their own children. Yes, our government is saying we should wake up and do things for ourselves. For that, I'm selling some meat for myself to make a living. And on a particular day, some few months ago, we were invited by the premier where photographs of us were taken. We were given some big boards written 15,000 and some pictures were taken of us. And we were excited, hoping that this 15,000 that I'm carrying will one day be the kind of injection that is going to be given to me. But nothing happened to that. I don't know whether there is a kind of playing with our feelings because we are heading towards towards the elections. I am pleading with you, please, our voting should be respected. Our votes should be respected. I know it's not all of you who are those people who are responsible to make us head in the way that I'm heading. But when we see you, we head even more because we have that pain that we're carrying for too long. So now is our time to vent out. I'm very sorry that we vent that out to you. Richmond is a very, very dirty town. As a result, it's not being cleaned and it becomes a norm that is not being cleaned. The only time it gets cleaned is when there are talks that Parliament is coming. Then we know that Richmond is going to be cleaned now. And after that, nothing is happening. It's back to its normal status of being filthy. Even now, if you can go there, you'll find it in its normal filthy state. So I'm pleading with you, please come to our rescue, visit our towns, and do something with what is, or with the situation in which we find ourselves. I thank you.
Number 6.
Chairperson and the Portfolio Committee on Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs. We are very honored that you are here in the Northern Cape today to come and share this session where you lead on the new independent bill which seeks to replace the municipal demarcation bill with 52 clauses. However, history has spoke for itself, and I need to say that we need to understand laws, or we understand laws are made as times change, as human behavior goes, that guides us. We have history, if you can recall Vuwami, if you can recall the Northwest, I'm asking and I'm pleading with this portfolio committee, if this bill is going to Parliament after public comment and public participation, why are you going to vote? If it happens that you vote this bill into law, I really ask, and I ask that you seek that continuous public intervention of public education on this demarcation bill should be something that is continuous. For you find ourselves, when we talk about demarcation, it's a very sensitized and focused issue, Chairperson. And this does not only focus on the Municipal Structures Act. You find your Electoral Act here, this amongst other things. You've even got your Economic Development Acts there for your mining rights and everything in municipalities. So I seek that our people constantly be educated on this bill. It must be a continuous thing, and I want to thank you. That's, sorry, I forgot my name. My name is Johan. My surname is Sani. I'm from Tembelisle. Tembelisle is hometown. Ward 3.
Thank you. Can we come to number 6 or number 7?
Goeiemorgen, leiders. Ik is blij dat het morgen voorrecht. Ik denk vandaag kan ik mijn borst leegmaken. Ik praat Afrikaans, ik is meneer Olijn. Dat ik is een plaatsvader. Stenen maak. Kan alles doen. 7 teams op mij. Maar mijn dier is toe. 80 aanzoek doen. Tot nu toe. Niks terugvoering. Ik kwam kinderen dat ik moet opleiden. Kleinkinderen ook al daar. Ik is een kwaisa. Dat is die politiek. Ik wil weten, die committee wat vandaag is. Ik denk, stel dat ik denk gaat opgelost raken, terwille van die committee. Ik wil weten hoe lang wordt die jam nog door die mond gesmeerd. Stop lekker in die mond, jam door die mond. Ik denk als je voor je kind liegt, hij zegt hij pa lieg, of hij maar lieg. Maar ik is ook dik af voor, ik denk dat is deel van municipaliteit die, waarvoor ik sta. Want mijn kinderen leven bij de SBD's, dan kan die municipaliteit betalen. Zou je gewerken dat je gaat betalen? Maar ik kan niet. Maar je wordt weggeweest, je deur is toe. Wat ik wil zeggen, ik als Koisa. Die man komt over de grens, ik boer al 2 jaar, 4 jaar boerij. Ik koop al 2 plaatsen kopen. En wat niet? Wat van mij? Zoals ik zei, ik denk die plaats is deel van de municipaliteit. De municipaliteit moet recht komen. Ik stem samen die dorp moet schoon komen. Maar ik denk niet, feit bestaan, als ik op die plaats is en mijn kinderen werken allemaal, ik heb het laag geleerd, dan kan de municipaliteit recht komen. Want allemaal moet op de municipaliteit betalen. Maar wat geld betreft, nou, voor de kooi aan nou. Hoe lang is het beloven? Dat is de adres van de submissions. Ik denk, privaat. Ik wil direct praten met privaat samen. Ik denk hij zal liegen. Zoals ik geliegen zie. Hij zal over mij wijzen. Die belofte zal hij brengen tot voor mij. Als hij had je belofte. Maar ik denk, het is een baie zwaar zaak als iemand belofte breekt. Je maakt een belofte en dan breek je die belofte. Ik wil weten, hoekom? Zeg ik vanmorgen voor die leiders. Voor die leiders zeg ik vanmorgen. Ik wil weten, die belofte kom ik op tot bij mij niet. Ik wil dat weten. Ik is niet politiek, ik stel niet belang aan politiek, want de politiek lijkt zo gelijk. Als mijn kinderen al ik. Mijn vrienden zijn kinderen, ze slapen in de straten rond, van hongerte. Hij kan niet naar school toe gaan niet. Want daar is hij kost. Maar als hij pa werkt, terwijl hij voor hemzelf werkt. Terwijl hij voor hemzelf werkt. Dus dat wat ik wil, die committee die is morgen staan. Het is ernstig. Ik denk, die lichaam moet vanmorgen hier komen met die lichaam op stop. En die werkelijkheid naar voren brengen. Ik vraag, omdat ik bij ernstig is. Als mijn kinderen komen stap, politie komt toe, whatever. Hij was een universiteit, een PI. Klaar gaan leren. Maar in feit bestaan, ik kom achter. Dat zijn verder regie. Kooi aan de verder regie. Want als ik hoor, elke morgen, s'avonds en elke keer hoor ik, koos houd het. Koos ook vaststellen daar. Als die mensen met bekleed en brand en keren gaan niet. Koos ook vaststellen daar. Maar nou, die tijd is ook voorbij. Die committee, ik vraag me alsjeblieft. En die belofte naar voren komt. Zodat je graag vertrouwd wordt. Alsjeblieft. Ik denk, als de minister nou die morgen, dinsdagmorgen gepraat. Je in Flipstam. Je in Flipstam gepraat, die zei. Of zal ik al liegen? Ik weet niet of hij bij je is, ik weet niet of hij is. Of zal ik al liegen nou meer? Want dat moet gedaan worden. Ik zie op het blaadje, dat is die 21ste. Al goedgekeerd, 22. Nou nog wacht, hoeveel van ons is al dood? Van wacht. Ons als Khoisans. Ik vraag alsjeblieft, help ons. Peter Klas, aan die pad klasse gelopen. Kan je wijzen op wit en zwart. Wat de klas is gelopen, is aan die pad. Als je praat van klas, dan wordt net gezegd, klas. Je moet klas lopen. Hoekom? Want hij weet, hij is ontrouw tegenover mij. Hij is ontrouw tegenover mij. Christophe van de Reden. Hij zei voor mij, die grond ligt klaar, uitgezet klaar. Ik heb het op zijn plaats toe. Dat kom je voor schijn niet. En ik is dankbaar met woord van morgen, Christophe van de Reden met woord van morgen, wat ik voor hem zei. De kwaai samen nog hoor wat ik praat hier zo. Je mag staan, ik is hartzeer omdat ik geliegen heb, ik is een groot kind. Ik lieg mijn kinders.
Your time is up.
Dankie. Dankie, president. Dankie.
Maar dat julle gesê hulle gaan kyk. Ja, dis Willie Oulyn. Good morning, members of Parliament. My name is Willie
Can
Oulyn.
we are almost through. Can we listen?
Good morning, members of Parliament. My name is Willie Oulyn, and I am here, and I'm standing in front of you today to say my say. In Afrikaans, I want to empty my plate. I just want to say my say, and I wil my bordjie leegmaak. I should get a farm. I'm a farmer. But since I applied for this farm for the papers, I've received absolutely no feedback. I am Khoisan. I'm not political. I want to make that very clear. But I have a huge problem. Because forever, people have sugarcoated me and told me lies and told me that everything is going to be okay. I must just wait and wait and wait. But today I want to say that I'm sick and tired of waiting. My children cannot pay this municipality. They don't have money to pay the municipality. There's no work. But today I want to ask you specifically, what about me? I agree with all these people. The municipality should get their act together. They must get things together. They must clean up this town. But how long is these promises going to continue? All these promises of my land are being broken. I want to ask you today as leaders, why are our children hungry? Their fathers have no work. They cannot provide. Again, I want to state that I'm not political, but these lies must stop. I'm standing in front of you today because I am serious. I am very, very serious. My child studied at the Technikon, but I've been told that his skin color isn't right. But the time is up. Time has run out for us. Some people, some of my friends died waiting. They've been waiting forever. I want to ask this committee, all I heard when I asked for feedback is class. That's all I hear. Why? I want to know. Why did Van Rede lie to us? I want him to hear what I'm saying today. Please, I'm asking you to help us. Please, can we have our land? Please, can we have our farm? Thank you.
Thank you. Number 8.
Hallo. Ek groet die paneel en almal teenwoordig vanmiddag. Ek is meneer Pieterse van Karreeberg munisipaliteit, Vosburg in Wijk 6. Daar's 'n paar issues wat ek wil reis vanmiddag hierso vanaf Karreeberg. Daar's 'n punt nommer 1 is daar's 'n voting station. Elandshoring is so 110 km van Vosburg af. En ons wil hierdie paneel vra dat dit weggeneem word. Ons wil hierdie paneel vra dat dit van ons af weggeneem word, want dit is al net te ver vir ons. En dan het ons punt nommer 2, het ons behuising daarso, in Vosburg. Ons het 20 jaar gelede huise gekry, want in ons steenhuise is daar klomp families. En dan het ons die Singate wat daar is. So dit is eintlik 'n gesondheidsrisiko wat dit vir ons families inhou. So ons vra die paneel om vir ons ook daarna te moet kyk. Dan is dit daar die SKA wat in Kanaben, ons is mis 3 dorpe wat afgebakken is, mis Kanaben, Vosburg en Britstown en van Wyksvlei. Nou die SKA is daar in Kanaben geleë. Hulle het vir ons gesê dat ons al 3 dorpe sal daaruit baat vind. maar Vosburg vind nie daar uit baat nie. Nou die dag het ons uitgevind dat op die advertensie dat Vosburg is buiten die area, is buiten die area van SKA. Dis hoekom ons so swaar werk kry by hulle. Ons kan nie voordeel by hulle uittrek nie, want ons is buitekant die area. Ons wil graag hê dat hierdie paneel vir ons daar moet investigate. En dan is my laaste puntjie is ons is die majority in die munisipaliteit. Die ANC is die majority daar in Karreegberg, maar daar is so een punt wat my diep in die hart steek. As dit wanneer ons by verkiesings kom, byvoorbeeld die burgemeesters verkiesing, dan sal jy altyd sien Kanaven en Van Wyksvlei. Hulle kry altyd hierdie portefeulje, hierdie pos as burgemeester. Hy gaan van links en rechts net so oor en weer na hulle toe. Maar ons is deel van Karreeberg. Ons sal graag wil hê dat hierdie paneel vanmiddag ook op ons in hierdie sin moet daar investigate. Want ons Vosburg is net so ANC's soos daardie mense. Baie dankie.
Thank you.
Ja,
Good morning to the panel. My name is Jacobus Petersen. I'm from Karreeberg, Municipality Ward 6. I have a few problems that I want to raise. Among them, we are at a voting station in Elands, is it Elandsblok? Elandshoring, thank you. At Elandshoring. And we don't want to be there. We want to be removed from Postmasburg. From Postmasburg, thank you. Because it's too far for us. The other thing that we have is that we received houses 20 years ago. With that, we have a few shanties as well. This is not a healthy practice. People are getting sick. And then there are 3 towns, and we are appealing to this panel to look into this. We want to be removed from there. Then there are 3 towns. It's Kanaven, Van Wyksvlei, and then Vosburg. We were told that we will benefit from this, but we are not benefiting from it. Another thing that we saw is there was an advert, and this advert, it just so happens that we did not qualify, so we fell outside of the parameters, and we want this panel also to investigate this. And then the other problem that we have, when it comes to voting, especially for the mayoral positions, we are the majority in the municipality, but it always happens that when we get to the voting, that the only people who qualify for these top positions, for the mayoral positions, will be from Vosburg and Van Wyksvlei. We are appealing to this panel to look into this and investigate this. Thank you.
Thank you. Number 8, number 9.
Goeiemôre leier. U is welkom hier in de Aren. U weet, die chairperson het daarom iets vir ons voorgestel, waarvoor is die doel van hierdie vergadering. Die doel van hierdie vergadering gaan oor die onafhanklike wetsontwerp, die afbakening van ons wijkgebiede. Maar ek is jammer, hy het self gesê, die mense kom nie met die doel om te vra waaroor die doel van die vergadering is nie. Hulle kom met klagtes en goede wat hulle kan by 'n hot councillor to meet the people. Ek is deel van hot 1 en ek kom nie hier om my councillor of my premier of my enige persoon hier so kom seer te maak nie, swak te maak nie. Ek het vandag gekom om te kom luister of hot 1 gaan groter raak of hy gaan kleiner raak, of ons kry bykomende grense in ons gebiede. Dit is die doel van hierdie vergadering. As ek kon gekom complain het by hierdie vergadering, ek is baie seer gemaak deur die polisie. Maar ek wil nie vir julle toepak met my probleem nie. Ek wil hê jy moet 'n boggelrug kry oor my probleem nie. Ek het my eie probleem en jy moet maar jou probleem self oplos. Want u het gepraat van, u gaan praat oor die grensafbakening, die herafbakening, die voorsieningsappelproses, die munisipale bepalings wat die munisipaliteite gaan toepas. Ek wil graag dit hoor, maar aan die einde van die dag toe kom hoor ek, vrae moet gevra word. En dis waarom die mense kom met sulke vrae. Ek gaan nie as 'n leek in, ek weet nie of die grense groter raak of kleiner kan raak nie. Ek vra net miskien agtergrond daaroor. Baie dankie.
Greetings to the panel, and you are welcome here. It is true that the chairperson made it very clear in the beginning as to what the purpose of this meeting was. And the purpose of this meeting was about the demarcation bill. And it is true that people come here and they are voicing their problems. I'm from Ward 1, and I'm not here to badmouth my leadership and talk bad about the officials. I want to know, because the purpose of this meeting is about the demarcation, I want to know if Ward 1 is getting bigger or if Ward 1 is going to be cut and become smaller. I want to know if people are going to get plots and expand or if plots are going to be taken away. I have been hurt before by the police, but this is not the platform to come and address them. All that I want to know more about the demarcation bill. I want to know more about the bill that is being discussed today. Thank you.
Number 10.
Ek is ook maar vanmorgen blij om een voorrecht te hebben om vanmorgen hier te kan staan en die zaak van mijn kant te kan luisteren. Ik is een pensionaire ou mens, ik is geboren in de aard, ik het groot geraakt in de aard. Maar ik wacht nou nog voor huis. Ik heb nou 2020 het ik een erfnummer gekregen, waarvan ik in die middel is van 2 huizen wat langer aan mij klaargebouwd is. En bij mij ligt nog eens een fondatie niet. En dat is wat ik ongelukkig maak, want ik is een pensionaar. Ik heb ook 10 kleinkinders en 2 achterkleinkinders. En ik zit met de dochter van mij, mijn tweede oudste dochter, wat mentally is. En ik heb haar kinders bij die social workers gekregen als voog. En dit is voor mij niet rechtvaardig, want ons wordt onrechtvaardig behandeld. Zo ik is net vanmorgen hier om mijn klacht ook te kan lezen. Want ik zie die kansie van, ik is 9301 en 9300 is klaargebouwd en 9302 is klaar. Ik lig in die middel van die 2 erven. Elke keer kom ik krijg net leerbeloftes. Dat kom niet zo ver naar die uitslag gekomen. En als ik die dag dood gaan waan, toe gaan mijn kinderen en mijn kleinkinderen. Dank je.
Good morning, members of Parliament. My name is Felicity Geduld, and I just want to say that I was born in the R and I grew up in the R. Today I'm standing in front of you and I'm asking you to please assist me. I am a pensioner. And in 2020, I have received my ERF number, my plot number. Just want to tell you that next to me, both of these open plots, 9300 as well as 9302 have already been built. It's done, it's finished. But I'm in the middle of these two. Received my ERF number, but I have not received my house yet. And I'm already a pensioner. I also just want to note that I have been given by the social worker, has given me 4 children to be a guardian for. 2 has left already, I'm still sitting with 2. But it's not fair that I'm not receiving my house. I don't want to complain in front of you today, I'm just asking you nicely. As I said, I am a pensioner. And why are the homes next to me being built, but I cannot get mine done? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now I am going to facilitate the last round. No, drop your hands. I will recognize you. I will tell you when to raise your hands. The chair has indicated that we are just here to listen to you on your inputs into this proposed bill. And then, therefore, we would not apparently stop you from raising your lived experiences in our own areas. And indicated that some of the lived experiences that you are raising, we want to take them and refer them to the relevant departments. But what must be clear here is that we are members of parliament. We are not the demarcation board. We are bringing here a bill. The demarcation board is conducting the demarcation process as we speak. It had allowed you a period to make submissions for changes, and it had issued in terms of the law, if I remember well, it's section 26, if I'm correct, where you were to also put in your objections to proposed demarcations. Now the demarcation board, the last round before it actually determines the outer boundaries, because now they are considering the outer boundaries of municipalities, not inner boundaries in this process, for the 2027 elections. So what they are doing, they are determining the outer boundaries, particularly addressing issues where municipalities that had been with poor revenue were sometimes amalgamated together and causing more problems that such municipalities are facing, financial challenges. And some areas that were demarcated, perhaps what they called the class 1, where perhaps a road, like I think here you have raised an issue of a canal, like that particular canal that was raised here, the issue of a canal demarcating that area with the town. Those matters are being handled in this process of the demarcation that is underway. And they are wanna be coming back as the board to do the same process we are doing with you as members of parliament, where they will conduct public hearings now after those submissions, before they would sit back and take determinations on matters that we have proposed during the period of the start of the demarcation process. So some of the issues that we're raising here are not for us, but we'll take them to the demarcation board. You still have an opportunity to interact with the demarcation in the same form. I think they will be coming back sometime down the line towards the end of the year or sometime this year. I felt that I must explain that. That responds to the question also raised by the speaker before the last. May I then recognize hands for the last round? Number 1. That is your name. Number 2, Mama. Number 3, Tata. Number 4. Number 5, black jacket. I'm still looking for hands. Number 6, there at the back. I'm looking for still hands because this is the last round for your oral submission. Okay, okay. There you, at the back, Puti. Good. Number 1.
Thank you very much. Greetings to the members of parliament and the community of Pixley Kasemi at large. My name is Franz Mans. I'm from Timber-Leasle, local municipality. My issue is Franz Mans from Timber-Leasle, local municipality. My issue is on page 12 of the bill, chapter 3, where it speaks about the criteria for determination or redetermination of municipal boundaries. I just want to, I heard what the previous speaker said, but I just want to highlight this thing for the parliament to consider. Because when these other things are going to happen, maybe we will not get that opportunity to put it out there. So I think you are in a better way to put it out there in advance to that board. And I'm going straight to Timber-Leasle in the area where I stay. My experience with demarcation for this last couple of years is, it is not for the reason set out in chapter 23, where service must be delivered, provisions for communities in equitable and sustainable manner. You can read it. I realize it's only for the sake of winning that ward, to be in power. Some of the wards are not considered in terms of size. It is considered where we have the most members to get that win. That's my experience. And it's not right. And it must be shared with the board. In some of the wards you will find that the people are too many in relation to the next ward. And some of the key services, after winning it, can't be delivered. Because that particular municipality don't have the capacity to deliver that service in that ward that they so badly wanted to win and demarcate it in that order. So we must consider this, and we will share it with the board when they arrive. And then the other issue now, the outer boundaries, which is really a concern, and I think Parliament is the right place to hear it. In Timber-Leasle, we have a place called Orania. We must make a plan with Orania. They are demarcated in Timber-Leasle, using everything of the services that we provide, but when it comes to elections and everything else from this government, they don't want anything to do with it. We can't even go there and have elections. But we accepted them in that boundary of our municipality. So the board will hear it, but I think Parliament is the best place to deal with the issue since they give it, those people that place. And they're not giving us access to perform our democratic civil duties. And then also, just a bit broader, also for the board, we spoke about municipalities who are lacking the capacity to deliver service. There are some small towns all over Pixley. We should consider bringing it closer to, or in the boundaries of places like Mtanjeni, for instance. I'm making an example. Renosterberg is here. One of these towns is called Philipstown. Roosevelt don't have the capacity in my view. Why can't Phillipstown be brought to Mtanjeni to the R and Petersville brought to Tembelisle, where it's closer, and then combined they will render good services to the people. So that's also one of the things that must be taken into consideration. I thank you.
Number 2.
Goeiedag meneer en mevrouwens. Ek wil net iets opbring vir die behuising. Hier is nou huise gebou. Maar die kontrakteurs wat daar gebou het, is dan gewone mense wat nie eens opleiding het om huise te kan bou nie. Hulle bou dan die huise skeef en krom. Dan word die huise net so gelos. Iemand anders moet nou weer oorvat om die huise te bou. Daar staan 'n hele klomp huise. Wat word van die huise nou? Die mense kan nie intrek nie. En die ander ding is die paaie. Ek wil tog vra asseblief as julle hier uitgaan, gaan net bietjie in die lokasies rond party strate en gaan kyk hoe lyk ons strate. Dit lyk baie lelik. Dit kan nie so aangaan nie. En die asbestakke ook. Die asbestakke gee vir ons kanker. Dit gee vir ons kanker. Ons kan nie uithou met die asbestakke nie, asseblief tog. Laat ons ook iets verandering kan kry. Ek vra asseblief tog. Ek vra alles net dit en hierdie stofpaaie, want as die paaie geteer raak, gaan ons nie met die stof so waai en vir ons so dit sinus kry en alles nie. Tot sover, dankie.
Good day, everybody. My name is Rita Apollos. Good afternoon. There's a few things that I want to say today, please. The first one is housing. The contractors that build these houses aren't proper contractors. They're not educated to build homes. Once the builds are being built, apart from the fact that it's all askew and falling apart, they have to get other people in to fix these dilapidated, falling apart homes. That cannot be right. There's rows of homes that's standing empty that people can't occupy because it's not occupiable. It's just falling apart. The second thing that I want to mention today is that our roads are in a terrible state. Please, if you have time, go to the location. Go and look at the state of those roads. It's are in a terrible condition. Also, I want to mention that these asbestos homes and roofs are giving our people cancer. It is a health risk. Please, can that also be looked at? We need change in our environment. And the last thing that I want to say is that these dirt roads are giving us sinuses and it's also impairing our health. If these roads were tarred, or at least partially tarred, we wouldn't have had such a terrible health risk with sinus and all the rest of it. That is all for now. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Number 3.
Sondele. Igama lami ndingumamla Kilwalalo eHanover kwaWard 6. Ingxaki yam ndizocela uncedo ngezindlu zabantwana bam abangasekhoyo. Ndiyaya phaya ndiyocela uncedo. Intombazana ephaya ithi kum abantwana bakho abafileyo bazawusayina njani befile.
Gaan dit later die grens
ngoku mna ke ana ndime kule ndawo ndizokwenza umbulelo omkhulu okokuba nibe khona sikwazi ba sivule imilomo sizithethele. Ndiyabulela komiti kakhulu ngale mini yanamhlanje. Ndicela uncedo lezindlu zabantwana bam. Ithi le ntombazana bazawusana njani befile ene ezo zindlu asoze ndizifumane nokokuba ndingayaphi na. Andazi niba kukokwabo napha kwamasipala kukokwabo na. Kukwandaba zabantu phaya. Wonke umuntu ohleli khona ekuhlaleni kufuneka eyile pha ayofaka isikhalazo sakhe. La mntana upha uthi asoze ndizifumane ezazindlu nokokuba ndingayaphi na. Indaba nethi ndifuna ukuyazi ukuthi komiti yaseParlamente umuntu ngakabhubhayo ungena nendlu yakhe na engcwabeni. Le ndaba ndifungelwe kangaka mna Umama wase Richmond meme apha uthi uba ngabe uyahlupheka kujongwa ukuthi le ndlu iyahlupheka na. Uyahlupheka unaphakade. Mna ndingumuntu akaThixo sozondihlupheka unaphakade. Njengoba bejonga ifani eziright uba lo mzi lo nxa uright izawuphumelela indaba yabo. Ndizocela usizo kwakhona eHanover. Asinabhanki. Siyahayika ngosingabantu abadala funeka size apha. Noba i-bank statement funeka sizoyenza apha eDR. Uba awuzange eDR funeka ubheke eColesberg. Ndizocela elo sizo. eHanover kumdaka. Idrain zihamba estratweni sihamba emanzini. Andiyazi noba umasipala akaziboni na. Umasipala wakwa Ward 6 akaziboni. Sihamba emanzini nxa sihambayo. Noba ubheke etown igqitha amanzi adamile kusuka le ekudeni abheka ngale. Sihamba kulo manzi. Ndizocela usizo bantu bakuthi. Ndifuna izindlu zabantwana bam ndisatsho nangoku. Ndixolela ukufa. Bese sithunzela saseNobolo. Ngezindlu zabantwana bam ndixolela ukufa bantu bakuthi. Ukuvota ndizawuvota. Umbutho ngowam. Wandikhulula kude. Ndizawuvota bantu bakuthi ngamandla wam ndizawuvota. Lo mbutho ngumbutho wokuqala owabakhona apha eSouth Africa. Ndizayilahla njani iANC indibeke kwindawo eright. Ndizayilahla njani? Ndiyakwazi uzithethela. Namhlanje ndimile apha indaba endandingayazi ukuthi thawuze sikhululeke nini ngoba umuntu wayebanjwa nasestradweni ubanjwa. Ndiyabulela kakhulu. Enkosi.
Enkosi mama.
I am Mrs. Lucky Luwan from Ward 6, Hanover. I thank you for your presence here, because your presence here is a great assistance to us. I'm standing here to complain about the houses that would belong to my late children. When I go to the municipality to inquire about those houses which were to be allocated, those houses which were to be allocated to my children, the lady who was working there would ask me, how can your dead children sign for those houses? So my problem is the way and the attitude she addresses me. I don't know if my children were in a list of getting houses when they die, whether they die together with the houses which were to be allocated to them. I intend to fight until I reach the grave for the houses of my children. I want them. I want those houses. And furthermore, your presence here is a gift from God to us. I'm a child of God. One lady here said, if you are poor, you will be poor until you die. So as I'm standing here, I'm a child of God. I will not stop fighting. And furthermore, I will not stop voting for the organization which was the first one to bring freedom to us. And today, as a woman, I can stand up and talk for my rights or for what is not right that is done to me because of that organization. I will vote when the voting time comes. I will not stop for that. And we also wish that you will build a bank for us at Hanover. Because if, for instance, you want some bank services like bank statements, you have to travel to DR or Colesberg, and there's even not public transport to go to those areas. The only means of transport is hitchhiking. Even if you are an elderly woman, you are compelled to go and hitchhike to find yourself to those places which have bank services. So I'm pleading with you that please assist us. Furthermore, the place that we are staying in Hanover is very, very filthy. The drain blockage is the order of the day. That's like it's a normal life. And yet we do have the municipality who also passes those blocked drains. I don't know if they don't see what the blocked drains, whether are not right for being there or not to be worked on. So I'm pleading with you, please come to our rescue. I thank you.
Thank you. Number 4.
Hallelujah. Goeiemorgen, president. Dierbares, ik heb een probleem. En ik denk die rest van de aarde, de meeste van mensen van de aarde kennen mijn probleem. Ik is een man met een opkomende boer genoemd wordt. Maar ik boer in mijn hart. Ik sukkel nog al van 1980 af. Voor de grond. Want ik is liever dieren, ik kom niet klaar zonder dieren niet. Maar ik word net beloven. Ik word niet gezegd, ik zal jullie grond zien niet. Ik word gezegd, wacht net een beetje. Wacht net een beetje. En ben die beetje nou tot 43 jaar geworden. Maar tot nu toe heb ik nog geen grond gekregen. Bekend zelf van mij, ik vertel niet die waarheid niet, want hoe kom krijg ik daar niet grond niet? Hoe kom krijg ik niet grond? Ik blijf wel zeggen, ik zal grond krijgen, maar ik krijg niet grond niet. Nou weet ik nog niet, president, hoe moet ik maken? Nee, ik is moedeloos. Ik is moedeloos, ik word het beloven, maar daar komt niks uit. Geen grond niet. Nou weet ik hoe moet ik maken, ik klaar mij nooit vanmorgen bij hierdie geleendheid met de krijg, misschien zal er uit wegkomen. Maar ons is 13 in die huis. Die kinders het niet, werkt niet. Al mijn leven is net van die omheidsbeetje van mij. Ons krijgt zwaar, ons leeft honger. Ons toch nooit honger geleden, maar nu leeft ons honger. Dan hoor ik jullie praten van verdeling. Prijs naam van die Heere. Van wat is die ding, zijn naam wat ook op papier staat. Nou, ik weet niet. Of daar nu een verandering zal komen niet. Of wat niet. Maar ons krijgt zwaar. Ons stukkel. Ons is geen uitweg niet. President, ik weet niet hoe met ons wacht niet. Ons is geen uitweg niet. Maar ons kost krijgt zwaar in Zuid-Afrika. Ons is geen uitweg niet. Ons is 1913. Ons grond geonderneem. En daar vanaf, als ons nog in die diepte, ons is nog nooit in die diepte uitgehaald niet. Ons blij aan die diepte. Ons zoekt nou een uitkomst voor ons leven. Dank u.
Good morning to all and praise his name. My name is Jan de Beer and everybody here will tell you about my problem because my problem is well known. My problem is the fact that I have been promised land in 1980. And over and above that, I love animals. I cannot go without my animals. But I can't go anywhere with them because I do not have land. Only promises, nothing received. Not, no, you can't have it. Just a promise. Wait, wait, wait just a little bit longer. Wait just a little bit longer. How long must I wait? Today I'm standing here and I'm disheartened. I'm despondent. I do not know what to do. We are 13 people in one house. 13 people. We have never before in this land, in this country, ever have we been hungry. But today, we go hungry. I'm not sure if this demarcation that you talk about will better our situation. I don't know. But I hope so. The Khoisan in South Africa is suffering. Since 2013, we've been put in a hole and we cannot get out of that hole. How long must we still wait? How long do we have to ask? Thank you.
Number 5.
Mandibulise eParlamente, uVuyokazi Dawethi, kuwa 2 enoporti. Ndizokwenza umbulelo kokuqala kumbutho wethu ANC ngosivulela amathuba omsebenzi noporti. Kuhle noporti kuyanyakazela. Mininzi iminyaka besiyilindele ukuthi yenzeke into enje. Siyavuya kakhulu nangona bebabini bebathathu abangaphangeliyo kodwa sinethemba because isemininzi imisebenzi ezayo. Inye ke ngoku into endiyicelayo, izindlu, asinazindlu, sisahlala emakhaya, sitshatile, sisahlala emakhaya bakulomyeni. Sicela nje izindlu silulutsha laseNoport. Okwesibini, amanzi ayasisokolisa kakhulu eNoport. Amanzi aseNoport ngucimicimi, ayacinywa ekuseni, ayovulelwa late ngo-5, of which ngoku kuse-winter, abantu badinga ukwenza i-washing, alikho elo xesha ukuthi bakwazi abantu ukwenza i-washings, ngoba amanzi ethu ayavalwa. Mandiphinde Vieri ndiwelele kumba wesibini, ndikwayenye i-SMME encinci eNoport ezikhaselayo, ndibulele kutata uZamani ebenikeze nge-fundings, of which ke mna ke njenge-company owner kaLugcobo Traders, oko bendilindele i-funding yam from i-15 zikaMeyi engekaphumi nangoku, ekuthiwa ke imali ye-funding yam ithunyelelwe komnye umuntu nge-mistake. Andiyazi yenzeke njani ke leyo into, kodwa bendizithumele i-bank accounts zam kuyo lo funding leyo. So bendicela ukuthi nikhawulezise njengabanye abantu, ndim ndedwa kubantu bebe 100 and something ongekayifumani i-funding yakhe. Enkosi.
Greetings to the chairperson and the committee. I am Vuyokazi Daweti from Ward 2, Noport. I want to say thank you to the organization, the ANC, for the job that they created in my area in Noport. And it's very busy now. People are working, are employed. Even the few that are not employed are still going to be employed because there's a prospect of still creating more jobs. We are very thankful and grateful for that. And furthermore, I want to request that we should be getting houses. That's the only thing that is lacking, that houses should be built, because many of us are staying with the families, with our in-laws if we are married, and with your parents if you are not married, and the things are not supposed to be like that. That is the one department or area that is lacking in Noport where we are staying. And the other thing I want to lay a complaint about the water, that we suffer from getting clean water. Clean water is being switched off from during the day, from the morning, and switched on around 5 o'clock. And yet it's winter. If people need to do washing, they have to do it during the day. And that time the water has been switched off. So the other issue that I want to thank you for is the Premier Zamani, because I'm one of the SMMEs who have been promised to get some kind of a funding. My business is MUNICIPal Traders or trading, but the bad part or the sad part is that on the 15th of May, I was supposed to get the funding, and we are 100 and something companies that applied, and everybody got their funding. I'm the only one, and they told me that my funding went incorrectly to the wrong person, and I really don't know how it was that possible. So that is the only negative that I can bring forward today. I needed to be assisted with that the funding that was allocated to me should find me instead of being referred to the wrong person. I thank you.
Thank you. Number 6.
Ngusithembele Gawe ko 3. Ndikiva abahlali bayakhala apha ngendaba ye-corruption. Abantwana abachaya izidakamizwa. Bendiyawucela mina into yokuba kulonyaka kupheleyo besike satoyitoya thina bakuthiwa bekhutshwa aba bantu bathengisa ilanduka ii-drugs kwezi zindlu, and then still basahlala khona kwezi zindlu. So bendiyawucela masiyeke icala le-victims sidile ngomthi lo, aba bantu bathengisa ezi zidakamizwa, aba bantu barendisa abantu bathengisa izidakamizwa ngenxa yesusu sabo baxolela ngakumoshakale umphakathi. So bendiyawucela uncedo apho mna, mhlawumbi singayenza omnye umzekelo, ndingathi mna sibize uSango asincede sibanike immediate landuka kuba mabafuneke bephumile ke ngokubaphana, sibaphathele abantu uSango asincede kuloo nto kuba ulambile, kuba yena mhlawumbi urendisa umntu kuba elambile, kuba engaphangeli. So ke ngoku mna bendiyawucela into yokuba bakhutshwe ngaloo ndlela mhlawumbi abantu, kuba yeke mhlawumbi umphakathi akhale, kungavunyelwa into yokuba umntu makaqashise, kuba kwangabantu bethu abaqashisa ababantu abanazindlu. And then ababantu bona balambile ngenxa bengaphangeli baxolela ngokuba ngokuphomeshakala umphakathi. So mina ucela uSanko mhlawumbe asincede kunalapho into yokuba ababantu banikise immediate notice. uSanko asincedise baba baphathele ababantu ke ngoku baphume ababantu bathengisa idakamizwa. And then kungabikho izikhalazo zabantu abakuba ndiyaqhekezela endlini nami i-victim zona ke ngosodila ngazo kufuneka ukuye rehab aye rehab. Ndithi inkosi ke ngoku apha mna. Bantu bakhe.
I'm Stembele Kawe from Ward 3. I'm here to complain about the drugs. Drugs are very rife in our area. We've tried to take many actions as the community members to do away with these people who are dealing with drugs. But now the challenge is that the houses that are vacant, those people who are selling drugs are using those houses. And the owners of those houses, I heard rumors that they are saying that those houses are their source of income. But the people that they rent the houses to are those who are destroying the community because they are selling drugs. We also had some kind of toy regarding that, but it did not assist. But now I'm appealing to Sanko to come to our rescue, to assist us to drive those people out of our community. Even those who claim that they are earning through renting those houses out, they might find another source of income. And even those who are also victims of the drugs, we will deal with them after removing the culprits who are selling drugs to us. We will try to find some rehabs for those who happen to be victims of getting addicted to drugs. I thank you.
Number 7.
Goedemiddag, mijn naam is Katrina Greef van Tembeliesle in wijk 2. Ik is baie dankbaar voor wat die council doen in wijk 2, want daar gebeuren baie dingen. Maar het enigste probleem wat ik heb, ons blij daar vanaf 2014. En onze kinders, onze oude mensen, ons allemaal, ons komt van wijk 2 af, maar ons is gescheef oor die pad. So onze kinders met elke ochtend oor die pad school toe gaan. En daar zie enige road signs oor die pad nie. En die trokke kom van Orania af en die karre gaan hulle in die dorp in. En as 'n ouer in die oggend raak jy baie bekommerd. As jy hoor hoe hoeter hy karre en jy sien hoe jy kan hardloop voor hy trokke en alles en daar sal kinders doodgery. Waar ek ook gesien het as 'n getuie wat daar gebeur. Daar sal ou mense doodgery. As die kinders skool toe gaan met hulle die pad gebruik om by die skool uit te kom. As mense kliniek toe gaan met hulle oor die pad gaan om kliniek toe te gaan. As mense winkels toe gaan met hulle oor die pad gaan om winkels toe te gaan. So vir my as dit 'n ma is en my kindjie, my seentjie 7 en 8 en die ander kinders. Wanneer ek iewers moet heen begin of gaan werk, dan werk ek met die bekommernis, want daar's niemand om ons kinders oor die pad te vat en te sien dat hulle veilig is. As moeders het ons al na die pad toe gegaan en gaan probeer in die oggend. Maar dan kom hy karre so vinnig van Orania af dat jy self ook moet uit die pad uitspring. So dit is nou al elke jaar wat 1 of 2 of 3 mense op die pad doodgery word. So ek vra as daar nie enige manier, alles is net vir die skoolkinders en die ou maniere, waar daar toegewings op die pad gemaak word, sodat dit gesien word, daar gaan mense oor die pad wat die pad moet gebruik. Is al baie dankie.
Good afternoon, members of Parliament. My name is Katrina Greef and I'm from Temalise, Ward 2. There's many things happening there where I live since 2014 that I've been there, but the most important thing is that we have been moved from one ward to another just across a huge, big, busy road with no road signs. So what I want to say to you is that trucks are racing from Orania, coming all the way on that road. And I can tell you that more than one child and elderly person has been killed trying to cross that road. They have to cross the road to get to shops. They have to cross the road to get to school, the children. They have to cross the same road to get to the clinic. As I said, there are no road signs on that road. There are no proper crossings for these people to get across. And now we've been moved to the other side in a different ward. I'm a mother, a concerned mother of an 8-year-old. But I'm not the only one. There are many other children that are trying to cross that road. Trucks also, and cars coming from Oranya's side. No one assists us or help us to cross that road safely. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Please, as we walk in, let's lessen the noise and allow and not drown the speaker.
Good afternoon.
Byron.
Good afternoon, Parliament. My name is James Lowe from Oaktown, Tembelihle Municipality. The reason why I'm standing here is because I just want to have Parliament to have this part of the bill say that we actually want Parliament to help us to have our outside boundaries, to have more signs where our communities must know where our boundaries ends, because a lot of things are happening in our boundaries and we don't know about it. Some of us know about it, but we can't complain because we don't know our boundaries, especially as local businesses, small businesses. We can't go and complain about things that are happening, especially like mines are opening in our areas, in the outside boundaries, but we can't complain because we don't have maps which clearly shows us where our boundaries ends. And this is where we lost most of the time from our municipality, especially our communities lost out from these companies which are operating in our areas. Thank you.
Thank you. Number 7? No, number 9?
Hallo, ek is Henryson lid. Ek is van Strijdburg, wijk 1. Dien op die wijkskomitee en kliniek komitee. Ja, sorry. Ek is Henry van Strijdburg. Ek is van wijk 1. Ek dien op die wijkskomitee en kliniek komitee. My ding is simpel. In die verlede was Strijdburg op sy eie, Hoopton op sy eie, Oranje, soos hy nou nog steeds is op sy eie. So ek vraag my net weer, maar nou het Strijdburg en Hoopton municipaliteit saamgespeel. So ek vraag my net weer, kan ons nie weer vir Strijdburg municipaliteit op sy eie maak en Hoopton municipaliteit op sy eie nie. Want in Strijdburg kry ons nie weer die dienste wat ons gewoonlik gekry het nie as gevolg van die municipaliteite het nou saamgesmeld. As ons 'n probleem het, miskien als ons na waterlekkasie, dan ons moet nou eers toestemming by Hooptown kry om 'n pyp te kan fix waar ons dit kan self gedoen het in die verlede. En ek vra ook dat as die budget uitkom, dat julle asseblief die municipaliteite moet meer moet befondsing gee vir al die tegniese afdeling, want dis waar die probleem inkom van service delivery. Ons sit met baie verouderde voertuie in die municipaliteite, so asseblief as julle kan meerder fondse gee vir die tegniese afdeling, sal ek baie bly wees. En veral waar ons nou sit met cholera probleem, wat ons nou ook optel, wat hier nie water in is, waar ons kan mense in die tegniese afdeling kan wegstuur vir opleiding hoe om te deel met cholera. So dit is al wat ek wil vra. Dankie.
Good afternoon, members of Parliament. My name is Henry Sinclair and I'm from Strijdburg, Ward 1. I just want to say that in the past, Strijdburg was like people said here, Oranje on its own, functioning on its own, and that was good. But since then, Strijdburg amalgamated with Hopetown. And since that has happened, the services are not like we are used to having. Is it possible, I want to ask, if it's just at all possible that it can be on its own again? That will help us a lot. At the current moment, if something breaks down in Strijdburg, like I've got a leaking tap or something, I have to get permission from Hopetown first before this can be fixed. And that's a tedious, long process and things aren't being done quickly. The second thing I want to please ask you, if there's a budget going out, to enlarge that budget, now especially on the technical side, where our vehicles are broken down and it's not up to standard and it can't be fixed. Because I don't know if the budget, when these two towns amalgamated, if that also was taken into consideration because of the poor service delivery that we receive these days. And then lastly, I want to just also mention that we are these days also battling with cholera in our area. And I'm asking that the technical staff, the technical staff can also just be sent away maybe to be trained and to understand how to deal with outbreaks of cholera and to get clean water to prevent maybe the outbreak of cholera. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We are now rounding up. Before I could say anything, Sharon, any announcements?
Good afternoon, everybody. If we can stay seated after the meeting has been closed, and officials from Parliament will lead you outside where something will be given for lunch. Also, written submissions can be sent, must be addressed to the chairperson, Mr. F.D. Casa, and it can be sent to the following email address, imadb@parliament.gov.za, and you can contact Shireen Kasim on 083-709-8533 for any further information. Thank you.
Sizawucela ukuthi xa seyinhlanganiso kuthiwe iyavalwa sicela wonke umuntu ahlale kule ndawo akuyo ukwenzela sizokwazi uncedwa ngesidlo sasemva kwemini. Kwakhona besithethwe ke ngeziphakamiso ezibhaliweyo. Abantu bafuna uthumela iziphakamiso ezibhaliweyo, nansi ke i-address emabazithumele kuyo. Lungisa ke into yakho yobhala. Uyithumela ke ubhala ngonobumba bakhulu imdab@parliament.gov.za. Mandiphinde ku imdab@parliament.gov.za. Xa uyibhala ke uyibhalela usihlalo wekomiti, kodwa ke xa kukho ingcaciso osayifunayo ungaqhagamshelana nonobhala wekomiti onguSherin Kasim ngulo ke bethetha. Nansi ke inombolo kanobhala wekomiti u-083 709 8533 083 709 8533.
Dames en heren, ons kom aan die einde van die verrigtinge. Ons wil net baie graag vra dat u in die sitplekke bly sit totdat parlement u buite kan ontmoet, want u gaan ietsie te ete kry. Maar indien u die saal verlaat, dan gaan u dit nie kry nie, want dan is u ry gemis. Soos wat gister gebeur het, asseblief bly in die saal sit, dan kan u iets te ete kry. Dan net baie belangrik, soos gesê is, kan daar nog geskrewe insette, indienings gedoen word na die voorsitter van hierdie portefeulje komitee. FD, dit moet gerig word aan agbare lid FD Casa, spel X-A-S-A, dis die voorsitter van hierdie portefeulje komitee. Ek herhaal dit net weer, geskrewe insette kan gelewer word. Ek gaan nou die e-posadres vir u lees, maar moet gerig word aan agbare lid FD Casa, XASA, dis die voorsitter van hierdie portefeulje komitee. Dit moet gestuur word na die volgende e-posadres: I vir in M Mike D duiwel A alpha en B bravo @parliament parliament.gov.za. Ek herhaal: I vir in, M vir moeder, D vir die duiwel, A vir alfa en B vir broek, @parliament.gov.za. Die kontakpersoon as jy wil skakel, Shireen Kasim, telefoonnommer 083 709 8533. 083 709-8533. Shireen Kasim. Baie dankie.
Thank you. The chair of the portfolio committee in his opening remarks has indicated that this process is still going on as we are moving to other provinces. We are the second province. Then that once the public hearings have been completed, the portfolio committee would sit and consider your oral and written submissions and debate them, and then take those into Parliament for debate. Once Parliament has actually passed this bill, it will refer it to the National Council of Provinces, and the National Council of Provinces, on receiving that bill, they will debate it, and once more starts a session, a public hearing again, from after they had made their own determination. They will come to you, conduct public hearings in all 9 provinces, and once they are done, they will go back and consider once more your submissions, oral and written, and then actually also pass this bill. Once it's passed by the National Council of Provinces, then it's changing from being a bill, and they refer it to the president as an act to sign it into a law. So that process, we will still continue to participate. It's not the end. Then the other issues that we have raised here related to the demarcation board, as I indicated, that we are picking those matters, we will refer them to the demarcation board to consider. And I indicated to you also that the board is seized with the process of demarcation. They are still to come to you themselves. But nonetheless, all the issues that we have raised, we'll refer them to them. Matters related, because dominantly some of the matters that we are raising here, your only lived experiences, are matters related to the municipality. And also the provincial government here. So all those matters, we will take them and refer to them. We thank the Speaker for having an official come in and welcomed us, and we thought that she will be with us until the end of the session. Maybe she sits with the other work of the Speaker's office. Oh, thank you, Speaker. You decided to sit at the back to lead from behind. Thank you for that. So we thank you for being here. I hope, Speaker, you were here as somebody who's also exercising the oversight function over the mayor and his committee. You have picked up some of the issues raised here by the residents that are relevant for the municipality to respond to. So we'll also refer that to your municipality matters that had to be attended to. We also thank you all for coming in, and not only coming in, for your oral presentations and the engagement that you have done with this portfolio committee of parliament. We thank you very much for participating. We even thank those who decided not to speak. So you are still on your own, even if you sit there and didn't speak. That is your constitutional right. We thank you very much. The session is adjourned. Thank you.